paid with various things that we had discussed. And then we went and fought the things. It was a drop down, drag out type of fight. We prevailed eventually, and then we took the shit home after arguing for a while about how to put things into a cart. And then we took it back, and yeah, that's basically where we're at.
Then he got convinced us to drink something that knocked us all
Oh
unconscious.
yeah. I
Except
totally
for
forgot
Menon
about that.
pretending.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
unconscious.
So that is correct. Jason, your first D20 roll of today will be with advantage. If it would be with advantage anyway, then you can wait until the next one.
Cool.
That is where we left
I'd like
off.
to roll for perception. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
You're unconscious, you dildo.
No. I want him to roll.
I'll roll. Hold on. I'm getting to my sheet. Why'd it close, fuckhead?
Oh, God, this is going to take a little bit of time for me to try to set up in a way that I can play this and do homework.
Okay, I'm rolling.
I rolled intimidation in my sleep.
Okay. You're dreaming of Smurfs. Now, you guys left off.
Oh God, yes.
You.
I hope I intimidated.
No, I'm sorry. You're
Smurfs.
dreaming of Smurfette. So.
Oh fuck, yes.
Where we left off was everybody except for Braxton and Menon essentially agreeing to take a drink in honor of truth. When everybody Braxton, instead of taking the drink, knocked the cup to the ground, shattering it, offending Zimmer, and then when given a second cup, poured the liquid out and poured his own water in. Menon pretended to drink. What happens next is you all start to feel fuzzy. Your vision starts to go dim, and you know that you've just been drugged by some means.
What
Despite
if magic can't put you to sleep?
I've already discussed this. I've already discussed this. But
I've already discussed
this.
A lot like sleep, not unconscious.
I have already discussed this.
However, drugged.
Yeah,
you
I got
said
really
unconscious, not drugged.
I got really cocky at the end of last session and thought I had that figured out too.
I am aware that half of my party is half elves. I know.
You said unconscious, not drugged.
Wait, but hold on. What
Drug
about magic can't put you to sleep
drug
thing?
means night night.
Thank you,
If it's a
Braxton.
drug, it might not be magical. Maybe you just got roofied, bitch.
No, I've already explained it to Jesse a little bit. Honestly,
Sorry, I wasn't there for that. My
So-
bad. Okay, continue.
just trust me on this one. I've explained it to Jesse. Just trust me on this one.
And now it's making a lot less sense.
What do you mean? Anyway, as your vision starts to fall dim, including
shut up.
Braxton, who is surprised because he was only drinking water.
Well, Braxton's not surprised. He's just upset.
Everybody starts to fall unconscious as Zimmer laughs, and his old man voice slowly fades to an old decrepit cackle.
Can we all take a second and clap that we don't have to hear that fucking voice again?
That voice can come back if you want.
I like that voice.
And what happens next is Menon.
Hey, look, it's Menon.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
close to tears. How's everybody else doing?
Unconscious.
Tears earlier, so I'm good. What? Are you okay?
She was doing music theory
homework.
homework, so no, she's not.
And right before I was about to submit my entire Wi-Fi crashed, so I had to do it over again.
The hell is a whiffy?
Jesse, I'll punch you in the throat when I meet you.
That's what I did.
As I was saying, everybody but Menon
Jason
falls
wishing.
unconscious. Menon decides
I could
to
feel it.
feign falling unconscious, watching everybody else do that. And it's actually fairly certain that she's convinced Zimmer, though she's not proud of her performance, she believes she's convinced Zimmer that she is in fact unconscious. What happens next? Only Menon...
We'll shock you.
Doctors hate him.
Next on this episode.
Her.
Oh.
Minute
this-
is a female. You
On this
bird.
episode of Direwood, what happens next is I do this voice because you all hate it.
I was enjoying it myself.
I don't mind it.
I fucking hate it.
Well, then continue, because
Blake is in the minority.
I'm normally in the minority.
He's
I'm
white.
a white
I
man.
like it. I
I
like
just-
it even
I
more
just
now
like to
because
see
it
Blake
annoys
more.
Blake.
Yeah, I like to see Blake
Listen
on
here.
camera.
You're
He's
being
a
mean.
very mean person.
Damn.
You're always mean, Blake. Why don't I get a turn?
The entire time we played Minecraft, we were nice to each other.
We were too tired to be mean to each other.
I
That's
actually wasn't that tired because I still stayed
bullshit.
up.
Okay,
I
hey,
was
let's play D&D.
exhausted.
Yeah, let's play D&D.
Oh, am I up?
You're up.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, what happens next? Only Menon can hear. Menon, are you keeping your eyes closed?
Yes.
Okay. You're feigning unconsciousness. You keep your eyes closed. You hear Zimmer finish his cackle, and he starts walking away. He walks over to the area where the trapdoor in the bed is. You hear the trapdoor open, and you hear a shuffling of footsteps. He calls down, "All right, come get them." And a shuffling of footsteps. You hear someone climbing the ladder, and you
Wait,
hear
was that in his voice or did he swap voices?
that was what she heard.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't know if that's what was Zimmer, but she can assume.
Well,
So
Simmy makes an ass out of you and me, so.
and you hear the shuffling of maybe 3 to 5 people walking into the room from the trapdoor. It's hard to say.
Mhm.
And you are lifted up. Are you doing anything as somebody is picking you up? Or are you just continuing to feign unconsciousness?
Just moan.
That's what I was gonna say. Braxton moans. It's a guttural moan too.
I am going to stay pretending to be unconscious because Mama's pretty much out of spell slots right now.
Okay.
Don't call yourself mama.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception, I mean, it's not great. It's 12.
Oh, okay. Okay. All you notice
Oh,
is
that's
that
not
the
great.
hands are grabbing you are quite rough, and
Ooh.
actually fairly large. You're turned on. So, and you also hear you can assume you think it's Braxton. You hear kind of a as he's lifted up, and it sounds like whoever is picking up is struggling a lot, and you hear his armor kind of clanking around, and it sounds like more people come over to try to help. And eventually,
After
what
my
happens
moan, I
is
burp.
you are being dragged away. Yeah.
All right, keeping my eyes
You hear Braxton just go,
keeping my eyes closed. I'm gonna roll my eyes.
Okay, you roll
You just hear
your
Braxton.
eyes.
Oh, lift Poppy up.
You hear,
Yeah.
Menon, do you speak, actually, I'm just going to look at your languages so as not to give it away in case you don't.
You're gonna have to say it in the language though. Hold
Okay.
on. So I hope you speak fluent insert language.
So you hear some language. You're assuming it's a language you don't
Goblin.
understand.
Tits.
As you're being dragged away, and you're dragged, you hear the trapdoor open up once again, and now you're going downstairs. Or based on the way you're bumping up and down, you believe you're going downstairs.
Braxton's full on coming right now.
No.
You're carried down.
Just at the edge.
You're carried for maybe 30 seconds to a minute,
Braxton is edging right now.
and then suddenly and violently, you are thrown onto the ground. Are you remaining quote unquote unconscious?
Yes.
Okay. You hear what sounds like a rusty gate being shut.
No, that's just fucking Braxton's chastity belt. They're putting it back on.
All right.
Do I hear anybody else still around, or do I think everybody's gone?
You hear some footsteps and some more, small chatter. Like
Rada.
God damn it.
Rada. That is the official language of these creatures you do not know of yet.
You almost just gave it away.
Rada.
I'm gonna make a homebrew race that just says Rada.
Yeah, that's what these
And
are.
And they're gonna be rock creatures. They're gonna be
Rock
shaped-
Well-
You mean Goliaths?
Are you going to what are you going to do? Are you going to pretend to be unconscious? Are you going to quote unquote wake up now? What's your plan?
If I know that if I'm at least fairly certain that there's nobody else around who is conscious, I would sit up and look around.
Okay. You sit up
You instantly die.
and look around. And if you go to about nearly the top left corner of the map we are currently on, you will find yourself in what appears to be a prison cell.
I don't see it.
I see nothing.
I see it.
I'm gonna tell you it's a rather.
There it is.
Yeah.
Slimer the ghost.
Unfortunately, I kind of have to
tell.
tell you guys that it's a rather large map that I've created because, yeah.
You always create
Black
large
hole.
maps, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Is there a drop of black stuff in the corner?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh shit! Suddenly a magic.
Wow, that was the notification for you going live, by the way.
Oh, was it actually? That's funny.
It's just one
Okay.
bed. Jeez.
Mhm. You are in
Alright.
a cell on your own, and if you actually get up and sit up, actually, hold on, this is odd. Let me do this. Okay, so when you sit up, you're able to look directly across from you, and you see 6 unconscious on the ground in the cell opposite you. When you kind
I
of
don't-
sit
I
up
don't
and
wave.
observe your surroundings, 6 is still unconscious. You don't wave. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't wave.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You sit up and look at your surroundings. You're behind what appears to be pretty heavy iron or steel or some sort of metal, a gate with an even heavier door. There is an old bed, actually relatively clean, but an old and kind of shitty bed next to you, and in the corner a very, very small hole.
Oh, it's a poop hole.
That's for pooping. Yep.
Great job pooping.
All right.
Great job pooping.
What
Is
will you
there?
do?
But
Why would you do it
okay.
with that tone of voice?
It's sexier.
I
Okay.
hate you so much. Fuck.
All right. I'm gonna go up to the gate and see if I the door and see if I can't find like a lock or something like that.
Okay. You are inspecting the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Roll to inspect.
As you walk toward the gate, you could. I'll just move it. As you walk toward the gate, you look around, just a cursory glance around, and you do notice around the corner there is an armored goblin staring you down. And
I knew it was goblin.
And you were right. And around the other corner, there is perhaps another, but this one is not armored. And actually, looking around the corner, you can see Braxton in another cell.
Braxton, can you shut up for like 10 seconds?
Are you still?
Wait,
Are
what?
you seeing this guard looking directly at you? Are you going to continue to investigate the door?
I'm gonna give him a nice flirty wave.
You ever fucked a dude?
Okay.
Or a goblin?
You could
He
completely.
kind of
fucking stick him
grunts
up.
and moves slightly closer to your cell and continues to stare you down.
If you ever fucked a boy, she says, the goblin's visibly confused.
All right. I'm gonna sit cross-legged on the floor right in front of the door and try and just stare him down.
Okay. He stares
Not
at you.
aggressively, but
Mhm.
like trying to see who blinks first.
He
is me.
doesn't
No,
blink very
no,
often.
I
He
blink
looks
first.
very dumb.
Yeah, I hate how
His
you
mouth-
made me into a D&D
His
character.
his mouth is slightly open the whole time. He's just kind of staring at you.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Do I still have my weapons and stuff on me?
Upon inspecting your person, you've been stripped of pretty much everything but your clothing.
Ooh, yay.
God, I'll kill you.
They did everything but the fun part.
God,
Okay.
I'll kill myself.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have, let's see, everybody but Menon roll me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
That's a nat one, buddy.
That's an
Oh,
11,
sorry,
buddy.
that was me. That wasn't.
Okay.
I'll roll again.
You what? Oh, what?
Oh, no,
I see what
I
you
said
mean.
it wasn't me. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, but I did. My. It's a.
You still had
it's a
your
tw-
modifier, so I'm gonna count that first
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But didn't you say I would
It
get
had
advantage on my
advantage, didn't it?
first?
Oh, you do have advantage, correct? So you
So
would
I'll
have a
snap
20.
that 20.
Okay. Menon, you notice across this hall, 6 wakes up. 6, you wake up and kind of, I imagine you kind of check your surroundings. You see Menon across the hall. You're in a small,
Indeed.
dirty, actually no, not dirty, relatively clean prison cell. with an
Well,
old,
pick
clean
one.
bed. Yeah, pick one, please. Hold on. Jesus. And there is a small hole in the corner of your room.
Okay. Do I have my flask on me?
Checking your person,
Yes.
you see that you have nothing but your clothes. No flask.
Sons of bitches.
Braxton falls into a
Alright.
deeper sleep.
Braxton's just conked the fuck out.
Do I get a
I,
long rest? I fucking bombed that fucking saving throw.
I'll stand up and move over toward.
You failed so
this
hard
way.
to wake up that you actually got a good night's rest. No, I'm playing. You walk toward the door. Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, Braxton.
Yeah.
You now notice the goblin, the armored goblin, who's even shorter than you, kind of grunts and stares you down.
Okay. All right. I try to catch Menin's eye. And I say, hey.
I'm gonna give him a little two-fingered salute and a wink.
Upon hearing you say something, this small goblin carrying some sort of staff walks over and goes, "Oi!
Yeah.
You do any magics?"
Here,
In
I'll
common.
step up to him. Yeah. How big are the bars and shit?
How big are the bars? You mean like how far across?
Yeah, like can I?
13
How far apart
millimeters
are they?
around.
You could probably fit your hand through it,
Are
but
they about as thick as my penis?
you might be able to fit your hand through it, but like not
about
very
half as
well.
thick as
Like
my dick.
if you put your hand through it, you're afraid you wouldn't be able to pull it back in. It's pretty
Are
tight.
they both?
Okay.
Are they both turned towards 6?
Yes, they are right now.
All right, good to know. I'm gonna let this play out for a little bit, but then I might
And
try
so
something.
what he said to you was, "Oi, you do any magics?"
What do you need?
I do you do magics?
Some. Be more specific.
Thank you. And he kind of turns around and walks further down the hall a little bit and turns
Oh.
away. Okay.
Hey, did you guys see a flask or something around? I dropped a flask.
The quarterstaff goblin turns around and looks at you. You know Flask.
Yeah, no, I
Not
had
yours.
It was. Yeah, it was like a metal. It was like a flask.
He kind of walks away, and then maybe a minute passes. He walks back down from that hall. You watched him walk up this hallway I'm pinging, and he walks back down, carrying one of your flasks. He goes, "This one."
I mean that'll do.
And he looks at it, opens it up, and starts chugging from it.
Was that the one I kept acid in?
Ah! He kind of freaks out and throws it to the ground and goes, "It burned! It burned!" And the other
No,
armored
seriously,
goblin-
was that the one I kept acid in?
the armor-
I'm not joking here. Is that the flask I kept acid in?
Did you have a flask of acid?
No.
Oh, okay. You're,
Classic.
this is your character saying that. I thought you were asking me this. I was like, wait. What? No. So the
That would've been
armored
amazing,
goblin
though.
comes over and kind of looks at the liquid kind of pooling on the ground. He dips his finger in it and looks at it and goes, "No good. No good."
Weak
And
acid.
he walks away. This goblin kind of looks at you and goes, "No flask!" And he kicks the flask back down the hallway. And he
Okay,
kind of turns
all right.
away. At this point,
Is that the
How
flask I
how,
keep my
how was
liquid
that?
shit in? Fuck.
That was good. That was expensive. Did you enjoy it?
that was expensive. At this point, Hawk, you wake up to the sound of some shrill voice screaming. And you wake up in the same scenario as described before, a small, clean prison cell with a bed and a small hole. Looking across from you, there is a rather medium-sized, not a goblin, but an orc, kind of playing with the lock on your door. There is a padlock you can see. He's kind of playing with it, and you look
Hey,
down
don't
the hall.
touch that.
My lock. Shut up.
No, my lock.
My lock.
Stop
Shut up.
touching it.
You
My
stop.
lock.
And he is actually carrying a torch.
Stop
Look,
touching my
two little
lock.
brain
He's
gamers
carrying-
talking to each other.
He's carrying a torch that's lit. He starts waving it at you, going, "My lock, my lock, my lock."
No, my lock.
Ah!
All right,
Two
while
fucking toddlers.
while
You're,
they're
you're not allowed to touch my lock.
And my lock. Get away from lock.
No, you get away from my lock. You're not allowed to open this lock.
At this point, Jericho, you awake to the same scene I've been describing this entire time. You see Braxton in a cell across from you. You see the quarterstaff. He is snoring. And you awake to the sound of Mylock, and Hawk going, no, stay away from Mylock. Fuck you.
Okay. You're not allowed to touch my lock. You're not allowed to unlock my door.
I know unlock door, you prison.
You know allowed to unlock door. Stop unlocking door.
I not unlock door.
Touch my lock.
I check lock.
Don't touch my lock.
I touch lock.
Don't touch my lock.
He starts
Jericho
jiggling
would
the
like
lock.
Stop it.
Can Jericho yell at him and say, "Hey, I bet you can't unlock my lock. I did magic on it."
And immediately upon hearing that, the small goblin with the quarterstaff looks at you and says, "You do magic?
No, not to you. Only to the lock.
You do magics?
No.
You do magic on lock?"
No. Why would you do magic on the lock?
He seems very perplexed.
This is the exact point of what I'm going for here.
Hey, I just did some magic on my lock too.
No magic on
No,
lock.
listen. No, I didn't do any magic to the lock, but can you unlock it and lock it just to make sure it works? I'd like to roll for persuasion.
Next time somebody unlocks my lock, they're gonna be shocked.
And I'd like to ready to kick the door open if he actually does it.
Okay. At this point, Braxton, you kind of wake up to all the shouting. Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
It's very confusing in here.
The quarterstaff goblin kind of shouts down the hall. Can I unlock and lock? And then he looks down the hall. He looks kind of scared for a moment, and then he looks to you and says, no lock. And he turns around.
Fuck.
You do magic?
Yeah, I cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
I move up this
So
side
wisdom
and
saving throw.
Okay.
I engage this man and I say, I didn't get a lunch. Did everybody else get lunch? I was asleep for like a long time. Do we have lunch yet? Or
The goblin
Menon?
said, "What is food?"
Is what level are you casting Toll the Dead at?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Okay. The goblin in
I
front
have
of you
no spell slots.
sees you casting this, and he kind of waves his quarterstaff. No. And your spell is canceled.
I do it again.
He goes,
Wait, and as he's doing that, I'm casting Mage Hand to try and slap his quarterstaff out of his hand. This is what I got this shit for.
Hey man, if it's counterspell,
Okay.
eventually he'll run out of slots.
Smack!
Okay.
I want to smack it.
Braxton, that is a shit way to play, and you know it.
Braxton goes, "Hey, does it again." I have 7 health and no spell slot.
I have to be.
Braxton's a little upset.
I'm gonna be honest here. I forgot to grab my dice.
I'll give you a little bit of time, bud.
I'll go grab my dice real quick. It'll be like 10
Yeah, you
seconds.
better make it quick. We're waiting.
Bad DM is bad.
Yeah, so did anyone get lunch? Or no? All right.
We went to
Food?
Taco
What's
John's and
that?
got tater tots.
They're
I'm just-
called
I'm-
potato allays.
Wow, it's almost like I don't give a fuck.
Where are they called that? Not here.
Yeah, none of them
Not
said
American.
Olay when I ate them, so you're probably wrong. Sorry.
That's racist, I think. They're not Hispanic potatoes.
Yeah, Taco John's is not Hispanic, racist.
Guys,
One of the two.
I think I might have this. I'm gonna try it. It might
was
not
gonna put it on
work.
myself.
Probably
I was
not gonna
really
work.
hoping that I could get him to unlock the fucking door with the persuasion roll.
No. I think I got this.
Okay, is it wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eden's trying to talk again, but we're all loud.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a DC 13. Okay, so what happens when he fails? You can see and the sound of a
Takes 1d6.
bell fills the air around it for a moment. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If it's missing any health at all, instead takes 1d12. Okay. So the
I'm
goblin.
adding the attack to itself now
Okay.
for you.
You're adding what now?
I just rolled a d8, but I'm adding it to the stat, so it will actually roll damage next time.
Oh, got you. Yeah, that's cool.
I just fixed it.
So to those of you paying attention to what's going on with this little goblin, all of a sudden he drops his quarterstaff and covers his ear and goes, ow, 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 no, bad. And he starts running up the hallway. Away
I
from
don't
you.
know
It was
magic.
the acid. It was the acid.
Is his
I say as
quarterstaff
he
on the
sprints
floor?
past, and I like laugh.
At that, when you do that, this
Uh-huh.
Braxton, you hear another goblin. An armored goblin walks up to you. It says, "No, Garblin." Says, "No," and he takes a small hand crossbow and shoots you in the stomach with it.
Oh,
Do I have my armor on?
You do actually.
Okay, what'd you get to hit me?
that's good.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That fucking misses, bitch.
Okay, he shoots a little hand crossbow at you, and it pings off of your armor, and he goes,
I pick up the boat and hand it back to him.
He looks at you wide-eyed.
You're toxic.
He kind of reaches out and he grabs it and tries to pull
I'm
it
gonna
out of
try
your
to
hand.
grab his wrist and slam him into the bars. And
Okay.
pull him into me.
What would you like to roll for that? What do you think? Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, then strength, depending on how well I roll.
Roll your sleight
Hi,
of hand.
Clara.
Tell Holden I say he's butt ugly.
Your girlfriend says you're butt ugly.
Cool.
Jesse's gonna think I'm talking
Okay.
to him.
With his contesting roll, he actually manages to slip the arrow out of your hand, seeing you reach out. See, the thing is, you have rather large hands. You're a large person, and these bars are pretty tight. So you kind of like start to stick your hand out, and your hand gets stuck kind of halfway through, and he pulls the arrow out and he goes, no, and he puts it back into his crossbow and aims it at your chest and fires again. This time getting a 14 to hit, so it pings off of your armor again. And he goes,
I pick it up, and this time I break it in half.
and
And then I hand it back to him.
he kind of takes it, goes, and he draws a short sword and tries to jab you through the iron bars.
In Goblin, I say, "Fuck off, mate."
And hearing you speak Goblin, actually, okay, okay, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That does hit me.
Okay, but hearing you speak Goblin, let me just roll this quick. He slices you in the side with his sword, but he seems to kind of pull. It doesn't seem like he did it at full strength. He kind of seemed to pull his punch as he heard you speak Goblin, and he kind of jumps back and goes. And Goblin replies, "What?" And you do take 2 points of damage.
Holden, Claire says you're ugly. Jesse, she says hi, you're her boyfriend.
Yeah, this is true.
I go.
Tell her I said I hope she has a great night.
Clara!
Tell her I said I hope she has a terrible night.
Hey, meanwhile, while all that's happening,
Yes.
and I'm still arguing with this ogre.
Yes, you're just arguing
lock.
back and forth. No lock.
goblin.
No, touch my lock. No lock.
I'm gonna tell him you don't even have the keys.
No, I have key. No, I have no
don't
key.
have key.
I know have key. I know have key.
See? You're stupid. You can't even touch my lock. Stupid.
I touch your lock, and he starts jiggling your lock again.
Stop touching my lock.
I touch your lock. I touch your lock. And he's jiggling it around.
Okay. I wanna use prestidigitation
Okay.
to try and make a fucking key.
You
What
could,
exactly
yeah.
does prestidigitation do?
I can make a
Makes it
non-magical
A small
trinket.
object, basically,
Okay.
among other things.
Okay.
So I want to make a key.
You make a something in the shape of a key. Sure. Is it an illusion?
No.
You literally just manifest a small
I
key.
make a key.
He doesn't know if it probably doesn't actually open the cell, but
Right.
it
I'm
is-
just you can
If
instantly
if I put it in, I could probably fucking shape it to the actual key of the cell.
Symbol appear. Create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit in your hand and that lasts until the end of the next turn. Okay, so you now have the shape of a small key. You have a small key in your hand for the
I'm
next
gonna
6
hold it up
seconds.
and be like, I have this fucking key. You
And-
can't have it.
And the orc kind of just like,
It's,
oh,
it's one.
where you get key? That my key.
The key
No,
store,
this is my
fuckhead.
key.
My key. Give me
My
key.
key.
Give key.
No.
Give key.
You can't have it.
Give
You're
key,
not allowed
give
to,
key.
You're,
He starts
you're
kinda-
not allowed to unlock my cell.
He starts stomping his
Guys,
feet and going,
guys.
give key, give key, give key.
No.
Just a sandwich or something would be fine for me.
If I
It's-
give you this key,
that's
you're not
all I
allowed
really
to
need.
unlock my cell.
And at that point, the key vanishes because
What
it
do you
lasts
mean?
one round.
It says an hour.
It says 1 turn.
Oh no, until the end of your next
So
turn.
that's
Yep.
about 6 seconds. However, I'm going to say
Man,
how
this
you've got him
is
riled up.
annoying.
You can probably hide that the key just disappeared from your hand.
Yeah, just close
So
my hand.
you kind of close your hand like my key. So why don't, in order to do that, why don't you roll me a deception check to make him believe that you still have a key in your hand?
This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. This is like the rat god all over again.
Seeing all this happen, I turn to the goblin in front of me and go,
Yeah.
in goblin, your friend's an idiot.
And he responds, no. And Goblin, he starts shaking his head. You kind of see him eyeing the orc.
He's gonna if you're not careful, he might trick my friend might trick him into letting my friend out.
What the fuck
In
is your
Goblin,
motive, Blake?
Goblin, he responds, would he actually do that? Can he do that?
What you have to do is let him out yourself, because if you're controlling when he gets out, he won't be able to hurt you. You have the power in numbers here.
And then in common, he responds, no, I know, boss.
Well, get your boss in goblin. Get your boss. I want to have a talk with him. I'm hungry. My buddy over there is hungry. I want lunch.
I don't know what you're saying, but I am.
Episode
I'm
9,
pointing
the
at
group
the-
gets a lunch.
I'm pointing at the wall. Come on, man. I'm here. I'm talking to you in your own tongue. I tried to give you your arrow back, and you just attacked me. I mean you no harm.
And Goblin, he responds, okay, I'll be right back. And he runs down the hallway. And is anybody doing anything else? Anything else happening here?
Well,
Yeah,
Hawk
I
just
make
fucked
another
up.
key.
Okay, you press the digitation again to create another key. But with that deception check, he sees the first key disappear and then reappear in your hand. He goes, What do you do? What?
I go, it's nothing, stupid. I got the key, dummy. And I
No.
close my hand to hide it.
And you kind of see him turn around. And does anybody speak orcish?
Fuck no.
I don't think I do.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, so he you see him turn down the hallway and he goes, and then at the
I
you
speak
tap him,
giant.
you cast Mage Hand and tap him on the shoulder, and he kind of like he jumps back like looking around, wondering. if he
Now I'm
tapped
gonna cast Prestidigitation and say boo in his ear.
him. you do so, and all of a sudden he kind of like hunches over, kind of afraid. Oh, what ghost? They're ghost. Why they're ghost? No. And at this point,
That's good.
there's walking down the hall with the goblin that had previously run away, is and you believe it's an orc, but it's a rather small orc in actually quite fine cyan robes, and he kind of just touches the shoulder of the orc, freaking out, and the orc kind of stands up and goes, You want to what?
I want to fake being asleep.
Okay. Are you gonna like lay down in the bed or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to give the first orc that I was arguing with a wet willy.
I'm actually just gonna go back to the bed and take a nap.
Okay. Jericho's in
I
bed.
start disassembling
Menon's
my
in
bed.
bed. You start disassembling your bed. Okay.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
You have some random pieces of lumber and some cloth, some fabrics
Good.
maybe.
I'm wringing my hand
Good.
across the bars, making music, just kind of.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. At this point, the smaller goblin comes back to you, Braxton, and he says something in Orcish to this you can assume is a mage orc, and he looks to you and in common says, "Stop messing with goblin."
Do you speak anything else?
And he responds,
I speak in Abyssal, you fucking bitch.
"That's not abyssal."
I know, I speak in Abyssal.
Oh, okay. You say in abyssal, you fucking bitch. he kind of cocks his head a little bit.
In Goblin, I look at the other guy and go, your boss is stupid.
And the goblin kind of like shrinks down a little bit and seems terrified. And the orc shaman looks to him and looks to you and says in goblin, "Don't test me."
Alright,
I
let's do
want
it
to
in
give
Goblin.
the shaman a wet willy.
Okay, you do so.
Holy
Wait,
shit!
the
you guys-
shaman?
this is gonna be a TPK
Yeah.
with a fucking orc.
In Goblin, I look at him and go, okay,
I give
here's
him
a
a wet
test.
willy.
What's 4 plus 6?
You
I
say
start
to the
putting
shaman?
the individual pieces
Yeah.
of my bed down my toilet hole.
Okay, you are doing so.
I want there to be no bed in here.
Congratulations, there's no bed in there.
Hey, I didn't get a bed! I start shouting. I just want to take a nap. You won't feed me. There's no bed in here.
Harassing these guys.
They fucking locked us in
Good.
jail. What do you expect?
I look back.
I'll have you
I look
each know
back-
also that you have not taken a short or long rest.
Oh yeah, I have no spell.
Currently,
slots, so I won't
Jericho and Menon, I suppose, kind of are. Well, no, Jericho's faking. Anyway, so Hawk gives the orc shaman a wet willy.
Yep.
He kind of feels it. His head twitches a little bit, and he turns around to you and says, "Don't do again."
Sure. Now I'm gonna try and can I like
Fucking
His balls.
no, can I try and like
finger in his ass?
subtly cast prestidigitation while he's looking at me to like sensually blow in his ear as if it was Braxton?
Make a stealth check to do it silently, and a deception check to make him think it's Braxton.
Oh, please God.
And while you're doing,
Well, he doesn't know where it came from. Oh.
he has no idea where it came from, but he just kind of feels like a wind in his ear. He seems to kind of just shake it off, and he looks at the orc that you've been torturing in front of you, and he says, "Punish him." And the orc kind of stands up
No.
and looks to you and gets close to the gate and says, "Come here."
I get close to him and I start yelling, "No, you come here!"
He says, "Okay." He pulls out a small dagger and attempts to stab you.
Nope. Is he trying to reach his fat, grubby hands through the bars?
No, he is putting the
Who said
dagger
they
through
were
the
fat
bars.
grubby? That's mean.
Okay. Is it long enough? Because I'm just gonna back up.
Okay, tell you what. Here's what I'll do then.
Like,
Okay, with disadvantage from you trying to back up, obviously probably watching his motions. That's only an 11 to hit.
that's a miss.
Okay, so he kind of stabs. He puts the dagger through. His hand doesn't reach through, but he puts the dagger through the bars, and you kind of jump out of the way. And he says, "Come back here! Punish you! Punish you!"
No, you punish yourself, and I try and intimidate him.
Okay, roll intimidation.
Guys, could I have that cell down there in the end? I think it's got a bed in it. I think. I don't. I just want to sit down somewhere.
Actually, he looks back at you and says, "No, I punish you. Come back." And as you're kind of talking, can I have my own cell? The small goblin kind of walks up to you and like yells back to Six. Actually, he doesn't walk up to you. He yells back, "You have bed. Shut up. Shut up."
There's no bed in this. You can come look. There is no bed in this cell. I just like
he
a
walks
cushion or
over,
something at
and
least.
he looks
Yeah.
visibly very confused when there's no bed in there. He says,
Yeah, there's no. I was telling you there was no bed in this room.
How do you where bed where'd the what?"
There wasn't one in here when I got here. I saw. Can I have the one on the end or something? Everybody
you
else
sleep
has a
on
bed. I'm
ground.
feeling left out.
Backfire, motherfucker.
All right, this is.
We
this
get
is
you
the
bed.
one.
I literally just can't sit
Hey,
on
hey,
the
hold
stone.
Yeah.
Hey, Holden.
Yes.
Can I use Mage Hand to pull the trigger on his crossbow?
On whose? On the goblins?
On this guy.
You would have to be visibly peeking around and looking at him, but you could try. I'm going to tell you, Mage Hand is a visible hand.
How about this guy?
You could try. I'm
I-
reminding you, Mage Hand is a visible hand that they can see. It's a spectral hand.
Yeah, but I'll spawn it behind them, or behind him, and just fucking pull the trigger. Like, shh, don't worry, I got this. And just grab it and just shoot.
Okay, I'm going to need one stealth check with disadvantage because I'm basically rolling 2 into 1. Because you're rolling not only to hide that you're... Are you hiding that you're casting Mage Hand, or are you just... Okay. Are you hiding that you're casting Mage Hand, or are you just doing it?
No, I'm just doing it.
Okay. Then
just
that's
doing
a
it,
nat
bro.
20. So basically, you cast Mage Hand, and the Orc Shaman sees this and looks at you and says, "No magic!" And as he says this, your Mage Hand carefully comes up behind the goblin at the end of the hall here. His crossbow isn't pointed out, but It's pointed. It's kind of like he's holding it in one hand. It's kind of pointed, kind of toward the ground and forward. And all of a sudden, the trigger's pulled, and he launches. Actually, let me do this. Why don't you roll, Hawk, a d12 for me?
You're gonna fucking shoot someone.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So he pulls the trigger, and it bounces off of the ground and into the ankle of the orc in front of you. And all of a sudden, there's a bolt in his ankle, and he leans out and goes, "Ah!" And he looks over at the goblin that just accidentally shot him, and the goblin is visibly freaking the fuck out, like, I know, Paul, I know, no. And he goes, "Why you do that?" And he charges the goblin and tackles him into the stairwell, and you hear a kerfuffle up the stairwell as they're fighting.
Why would you use the word kerfuffle in a sentence?
Kerfuffle.
It's a good word.
Why are you
They're fighting. They're fighting. I say to the new guy, they're fighting down there, and I don't have a bed.
Do you remember the centaurs? I got one to eat the other one because I told him they were made out of food.
Oh my god.
I hated that.
That was terrible. Okay. So the goblin mage kind of walks back into view. And there's another goblin that's just watching terrified as all this going down, and the orc shaman seems not very interested in the fight. He goes, "Fight again." And he kind of turns to Braxton and goes, "No more spell. No spell, no magic."
I want to cast Mage
I'm gonna
Hand
try to
again.
grab him and pull him into the fucking bars.
You can try. You can roll a sleight of hand, but the DC is very high as your hand can barely fit through the bars.
You think Braxton gives a single fuck?
You're right.
Braxton will try anything once, and that's a fail.
Yeah, you kind of reach your hand. You get a couple fingers out and pull it back out as there's definitely no hand. No way you're getting your hand through there. And the orc shaman doesn't act. He watches you do this and goes, "Huh,
I'm
you're
gonna go.
funny."
I'm gonna say help, and I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy to make a harmless tremor and kind of start shaking myself. Going, I think something's wrong.
Help! I'm having a seizure.
What are the
No.
components to thaumaturgy? Do you have
It
to?
is verbal.
It is
That's
verbal.
why I said help.
But can you just say any verbal?
I don't know.
I think you would have to cast some
That
sort
means
of
it has a
say
magic
sort of
word, yeah.
incantation. Yeah. So you'd have to say
Meanwhile-
help and then try to very quietly say the word for the incantation.
Noticing that's not working, I go, fuck it, cast it. I'm gonna scream as loud as possible,
Okay.
making my voice
There's
3 times louder.
a booming, echoing. Are you just yelling help?
Nope, I'm leaning close to the bars and just screaming
Okay.
like, ah! As loud as
Jericho
possible in the
and
fucker's
Menon,
face.
if either of you were asleep, you are woken up by Braxton fucking screaming louder than a human should be able to scream. And the orc kind of
And then
just
Guys,
closes his eyes and leans back and goes, "Ugh,
and then I
magic."
change the color of my eyes to black and do it again.
Jericho's gonna stand up and go to the bars and look at the shaman, fuck him. And he's gonna motion for him to come over here.
I'm just screaming.
Meanwhile, I want to fucking use Mage Hand to pull his fucking hair, his ponytail.
Oh my god.
Guys, I am not trying to be a hassle here, but I can't sit on the ground. I didn't get a bed when we came in. Is there any chance I could move to the other cell? Is this out of the question?
Okay, so here's what happens. While Six is asking this, the goblin in front of you replies, I go talk boss. I go talk to boss. And he kind of walks down the hall. He walks down the hall. At the same time, the orc shaman is being screamed at, and he's kind of backing away. As he backs away, his hair gets pulled. He goes, "Ugh, no magics!" And he looks to you, Hawk, and
Wasn't me.
And hold on.
It wasn't me.
He rolls a 15. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay, a firebolt is launched in your direction and kind of hits the wall behind you. It goes through the gate and hits the wall behind you, and there's kind of a scorch mark, and he says, "No magics!" And then
Hey,
Jericho,
it
what did
wasn't
you do?
even me.
Jericho, what were you doing?
I was gonna motion for him to come over, but first Eden wanted to use minor illusion to make the sound of Zimmer screaming, to come there.
Just
But
up
it
the
was in
stairs?
Discord. She said I'm gonna use
In
minor
Discord,
illusion.
I
yeah.
do not have Discord up. Eden, if you're not able to use your mic, you
No,
need to...
she was trying to talk and she was getting talked over the entire time.
Eden, are you here?
Yep.
Oh, that was such a defeated yup, I'm here, in case you didn't notice. Okay, you say use minor illusion to make the sound of the old man screaming. Zimmer, that's his name, but in his real voice. Yoda freestyle. Okay, why don't you make a deception check to make
Did
it
you
sound...
just say Yoda freestyle?
I said Yoda up freestyle. Restyle. Fuck.
Oh.
Yoda Freestyle 2019.
Yoda freestyle. Why don't you make a deception check,
Rap
Eden?
I must.
Make a deception check to make it sound convincingly like Zimmer. Okay. You guys hear from down the hallway? Which way were you casting it? Down the hallway this ping or up the stairs this ping?
I was casting it closer to me.
Closer to
So-
you? Oh, okay.
Well, to the hallway.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Down that hallway, you all kind of hear a, come here, and let's see. That was a crit fail, but we might as well check. Wow. Okay. So this goblin shaman goes, master, and he runs down the hallway, even with a crit fail. I can't believe it. And the orc shaman goes, that's not master. No, here. Who do that?
While he's walking away, I want to pull his hair again.
I'm gonna go back to pretending to be asleep,
Okay.
or actually, go back to sleep.
I'm gonna try.
I
I'm
wish
gonna
I
move-
could do that.
I'm gonna grab my bed and bring it over here, and I'm gonna take a piece of it and try to get it out, get as much of it, try to see if I can get it out the bar and over so he can grab it from him. Hey, Six, I'm gonna try to hand you my bed piece by piece.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, if you don't want yours, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the orc shaman's hair is pulled again,
Mine.
and he goes, no more magics. And he's
Wasn't
going to
me.
cast another firebolt.
It wasn't me, I tell him.
He gets a 16 to hit.
Hang on. Ooh, that barely hits.
Okay. Then
33 damage.
20. He does 2d10 to a party member.
Yeah, fun times.
Okay. So then that's gonna be...
Eden, I remember the one time someone did 2d10 to a party member.
So when he casts another firebolt at you, and it seems like the gates actually take most of the blast. You only take 2 points of fire damage,
Sweet.
but it does singe your skin for whatever a little bit.
I tell him if he does it again, I'm gonna rip his fucking head off.
He says, "Okay,
Alright,
I
right,
do it again." Okay, roll intimidation actually.
I would also like to break a piece of my bed to see if it's thin enough to get through the bars, and I'm gonna try to jab him in the knee. Just as hard as I can to try to throw him off balance.
Jericho's just leaning against the bars with a defeated sigh, waiting for the fucking dude to get over there.
So he's gonna cast another firebolt, but while he does so, Braxton, you move back to your bed and you're able to break a leg off. So now it's super lopsided and be probably pretty hard to sleep on. But you break a small piece off. Roll to hit. Why don't you? What would an improvised weapon be? I mean, why don't you
1d4.
roll? No. I need you to roll to hit. Do 2.
I am proficient in all simple weapons.
Okay, fine. Then you can add your proficiency modifier to the hit, which should be what, 2 or 3?
Well, d20 plus, I believe, 2.
Okay, so roll d20 plus 2, but do it twice.
I sigh and I say,
Okay.
other people don't even want their beds. I don't.
The next firebolt's gonna be a 17 to hit. I know that hits.
I got a nat 20 for
time-
the second one.
You're going to take 8 points of fire damage as he hits you again with a firebolt. It says, "No more magics, only I magics." And then as he's screaming that, "Only I," then Braxton comes over and jabs him. Are you in the knee? You said?
I'm trying to get him to come down, and then I'm gonna lift up and try to overhead through the bar and knock the fucker in the back of the head as he leans closer to me.
The bars go all the way to the ceiling. You're not gonna be able to. I mean, Well,
I
okay.
can get the thing up. I'm just kind of.
Got you. You're just trying to bop him on the back of the head. Okay, you bop him on the back of the head. Roll a d4 for me. And we'll add 2. Okay, so 4. So you hit him in the back of the head, and there's a solid dunk in throughout the hallway as you hit him. He kind of like, he hunches over, goes, ah!
Doing it again.
And he's gonna look
I'm
to
gonna
you.
try to poke him in the eye with it as he looks at me.
Yeah, he looks at you. Roll a d20 plus 2 twice again, please.
Ooh, that wasn't hot.
Okay, this time he looks to you and you go to poke him in the eye with it, but it kind of gets caught in the bars and he goes, no, I go get boss. And
That wasn't magic.
and he walks off. And then, at this point, so what happens next is kind of odd.
I want to try and pry the bars apart.
Okay, why don't you make a strength check for me? You have a few
If you
seconds.
do, take off your shirt and pee on it, because stretched fabric, if you're able to twist it around, like if you
Okay.
took a bed leg or something like that. I don't have one. I would try it. But
I have one
I don't
that I
have
hit
a
it
bed.
on the bar.
The bars are kind of old and rusty, and you hear a creak as you start to pull. But you give it all you've got, and you don't really bend them as
I'm
much.
just
as
trying
hear
to
a small
bend them
creak.
enough to get an arm through easily.
You did not actually bend them yet. At this point, the orc that was fighting the goblin comes back with the goblin, who looks very beaten up. And they come with several more goblins.
Hey,
Who-
buddy, is your leg okay?
Who are you saying this to?
The orc. My best friend.
He goes, "My leg fine." And
Are
they,
you sure? Do you need to get it looked at?
I look at my own leg. And this little troop walks down the hall and surrounds Six's cage, his cell, and the orc, who looks kind of battered and beaten up, goes over and says, "You close eyes now."
Alright, Are they
Yeah.
all looking at 6?
They're all looking at Six.
I want to cast Mage Hand again to try and pull another fucking crossbow trigger.
Oh my god.
I want to pull this dude
As-
just because he
as-
looks like he's looking close to the orc.
I'm also gonna lean out and point at the orc and cast Pull the Dead.
I will tell you at this point, before you do that, Jesse, that all of the goblins do have their crossbows trained on Six. Are you sure you want to do
Is
that?
that stopping him?
You can do it if you want. I'm just asking. Are you
I'll
sure you're
try
doing
and
that?
do it, but I'll try and fucking use the hand to like push it slightly.
Okay, roll. I mean, okay, Mage Hand does have enough like force to possibly do that to a goblin.
I can move up to 10 pounds.
Right. So why don't you? You're not trying to be stealthy about it. Why don't you roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage to try to control your hand that well to kind of
Yeah,
push it
that's
over?
Already. Oh, hey.
A 14. Okay. I'm gonna roll a. control.
Jericho's just leaned against the bars, like slumped down, and he's humming a native, like giant tune.
Okay. There's a hum throughout the hallway as this goblin here, his crossbow starts to kind of Braxton, you can clearly see this happening, and Six you could probably too. You see a mage hand appear beneath his crossbow, and it kind of grabs his hand and quickly tries to jerk it into the direction of the orc, and it fires, but he tries to jerk it and it fires, and it actually hits the ground. The goblin just barely resists enough, and it hits the ground, and the crossbow bolt slides through the bars into your room over here. And the orc looks over at his goblin and says, "Why you try shooting?"
He's
the
trying
goblin
to shoot
The
you.
goblin says, "No, I not do." And the orc goes to punch him in the face.
And then I'm casting Pull the Dead on the orc. Just looking up like,
Okay, so the orc also needs to roll a wisdom saving throw. It's a DC 13. He does actually pass.
so he doesn't get hurt, but he still hears the fucking
He
bell.
hears a bell as he goes, and that distracts him enough as he goes to punch the goblin that he kind of goes, "Ah!" and covers his ear a bit. Why? And the goblin kind of scurries off. And he looks back to Six again. "Close eyes now."
I
Yeah, they're
want
close.
to shoot him with this one.
Oh my
I'm
good
gonna
god.
try the same thing.
Give us a second for things to actually happen. He says, "Close eyes now." 6.
Okay, I close my eyes.
You close your eyes. And the orc kind of like fumbles around. You hear him moving a bunch of keys, and he unlocks the door and then swings it open. At this point, Hawk, roll me another Arcana check to do that with your mage hand again. This time, the mage hand appears and kind of grabs a crossbow, and the goblin looks down and goes, "Ah!" And then the mage hand disappears. And the orc, and for just a moment, the orc swings the door open, and as the goblin screams, he looks back and says, "Be quiet!"
Prestidigitation to close the unlocked
And
door.
Yeah.
he goes back
I'm
to the
also
door.
gonna use at the same time using thaumaturgy to instantly cause the unlocked door or window to fly shut. So we're both gonna shut the fucking door at the same time.
Are you doing this?
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to cancel out.
Okay. The door slams shut.
Super strong.
6, you hear the door kind of creep open and then slam shut really hard. The orc goes, "Ah, no magics!"
There wasn't magic.
And
Fuck
he,
you.
he goes and actually locks the door again and says,
Ah,
"I'll
guys.
be back!" And they storm off. The goblins kind of follow him.
Can I open my eyes? You guys, can I? Fuck.
And he does not say anything.
Yeah,
All
you're
that
Open
is
your
left
eyes.
is this shaman at the end of the hallway who
Hello?
I guess maybe you guys can
Anyone?
see. Yeah.
Who's
Can I
now
open my-
getting a wet willy?
Can I open my eyes?
Okay.
If Jericho is still humming, I'd like to try and harmonize with them.
Both of you roll performance.
I didn't expect to have to actually try.
Jericho, I'm gonna
native
say Jericho. I was
raised,
I was
around
gonna
it.
say yes. You have advantage because it's something you know.
that'll take it.
You
I'll
didn't
take it.
need it. You didn't need it. Okay, Jericho is humming. Actually, you guys are surprised. He's humming a very. It's kind of odd. It's a little foreign to you. It's kind of. I'm assuming it's giant. Maybe it's a bit guttural.
Yeah,
But
guttural deep.
it's this deep guttural hum. But it's actually a kind of soothing tune. And you actually hear Menon in the other room. Kind of. She listens for a little bit, and maybe you're repeating it a couple times, and she starts to harmonize with you, and it's a lovely sound.
Sweet.
Yep.
And now, a song.
Now I'm gonna try and pry these bars again.
I'm telling you, you pee on that shirt.
Roll
Or the
me.
blanket, maybe.
Peeing
I'm
on
gonna
my
tell you right
shirt.
now, Jesse. Yeah, obviously you could sit here and do this all day. I'm going to limit you in strength checks. You can do it every now and then, but I'm going to not just let you do it over and over. But you can go ahead and roll me another strength check now.
Have any of you guys
Okay.
seen the classic Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan? That's how he and Owen Wilson break out of a prison in that film. I'm just saying. Actually, it was Shanghai.
Owen
Nights,
Wilson
this
say
one.
wow.
Superior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
So you guys hear a kind of loud creaking as Hawk actually bends one of the bars. I'm assuming it's the same bar. You've already kind of got it. You bend one of the bars just a little bit. It's not much, but it has enough give. You could probably reach your arm through it.
That works for me.
Okay. And nothing is happening other than the lovely humming of Jericho and Menon.
And this
I
dude
look at
back
the-
here that's getting a wet willy right now.
Okay, you cast Mage Hand to do so, and he sees a Mage Hand coming and goes, no magics, and he kind of backs off a bit out of your view. But you do manage to kind of like touch his ear a bit, and he kind of like flails around. No.
It was
And
a
he runs
goblin.
away.
I wanna wave at
It was a
him.
goblin.
In goblin, I yell, "Hey, magic goblin dude, guy, yeah, dude."
No
I'm
response.
just waving.
The
at him
Mage
with
Hand
my
is
fucking
waving at the
mage
end of the hallway. There's no response.
I also shout, "Were those guys coming back?" Because I
Oh
still
yeah,
don't.
sit.
I cannot stress this enough. I do not have a bed or any furniture at all.
I hold the arm of the leg of the bed out of my cell and try to angle it towards yours. 6. Take it. Take this.
Can I reach
Is,
that?
is Menon laying on the bed?
Yeah, I believe she
I'm
is.
I'm sitting up on it.
Okay, Braxton, you can't reach your hands through very well, but you could probably kind of like push a piece of like the little piece you jabbed the orc shaman with. You could probably like push it out. And 6, you're small enough. You could probably kind of reach out and pull it into your room.
Okay.
Congratulations,
I
you
will
now have the
do
leg
that.
of a bed.
I go back to break off
can I-
another leg and repeat the process until he has 4 legs of a bed.
How large is this piece, and is there any way I can try to hide it on my under my shirt or something.
Yeah, you can put it in your pants.
Put it in your poop
You
hole.
tell me, Six. With what
Yeah.
you're wearing, do you think you could probably stow maybe a
I wear,
2-inch diameter, 1 foot long kind of wooden rod?
Yeah. You
Yeah, I
can
feel
put
like
it in your
my
pants
my
in the
my
front.
pants are kind of baggy.
Okay, yeah.
So I feel like I could probably sort of stick
kinda-
it down one leg a little
Okay,
bit.
it looks like you have a boner, but you stick it down there.
All right.
And while
Hey,
while
wait,
that's
wait,
not just
wait.
a look.
Six, I should
Wait,
also
wait.
mention. I will also mention now
Yes.
that when you were stuffing all the pieces down the bed, you guys were absolutely
Uh-huh.
right. Those are definitely poop holes. It smells.
Oh, okay. Good.
Wait,
Good to know.
I want
Okay,
to take this
good.
time to slowly, stealthily move my mage hand into Six's cell. Try and seductively rub his ear.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna be able to stealthily do this to Six. He's gonna see the mage hand coming in.
But he's facing the other way.
No, he's looking. He's
Technically,
looking
I can't
down the hall.
face.
He's he's kind of like at the edge,
is he not
coordinating with
looking this
Braxton
way?
here.
How do
Are
I
you-
rotate
Are
my?
you gonna cast it behind him?
character?
It was already down this hall.
You
Waving
click
at
on your
the
character,
guy.
and there's one bar kind of extending from
Very-
your
yeah,
character.
very
Grab that, and you can
Uh-huh.
rotate around,
Oh. Okay. Cool. Then I would be, in fact, looking out the door
looking out.
because
the
I
door.
was. Yeah.
Okay, Six. Suddenly, there is a spectral hand. You could assume from one of your party members, as Six Hawk has been doing this for the last fucking 5 minutes. Spectral hand kind of reaching
Oh,
out
hey,
to
buddy.
seductively touch you.
I high five it. Hey, buddy.
It's just gonna jump back to the ground, just you see the hand like you're making a little hand person, and it's trying to very slowly just creep away. You could see its legs moving in a
should
very
work on it.
The little
fucking
hand person. Yeah.
yeah.
We should
its
work
little
on some
hand
sort of-
legs.
Intricate handshake that we could I can do with the hand.
Its hand.
Come back here, I
Legs
I
are
start
moving in
working
a
out.
very Metal Gear Solid way.
If you were to
Towards
figure that out,
Menin's
that'd be
cell.
pretty handy.
Hey, come back, little hand.
While this is happening,
Plans.
While this is happening,
plans
down
for
this
you.
hallway, I'm pinging now that you guys can't really see much of. Down this hallway,
Uh-huh.
you hear the goblin shaman speaking, to what sounds like another goblin, and then after a few seconds after they're done speaking, you hear you see two goblins. You can assume they're both shamans or mages of some kind. They're walking down the hall. Is anyone doing anything or saying anything to them as they're walking down the hall?
I'm still.
Yeah,
I still have
My
a
mage
little-
hand is hidden.
About this bed.
They ignore you.
I was promised lunch and a back rub by your
was
orc
heard-
friend.
They both kind of look at each other and then look to you and start giggling.
In Goblin, I say I was also promised a hand job, and I'm not picky about who rubs me off.
Wow.
Don't
You
ask
just rub
why.
my back
I
and
need you
rub
to make me a
off.
performance check, Braxton.
Okay, no.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I wanted high on that.
One of them kind of giggles a little bit, and the other kind of smacks him on the back of the head and says, "Come on, let's go." In Goblin, and they start
After
walking.
I will come
back,
on.
I want to pull his hair with the mage hand that was already back behind them.
Okay, you pull. Which one's hair? The left or the right?
The one that got smacked.
Okay, he gets smacked and his hair gets pulled, and he looks at his goblin friend and says, he doesn't realize it's the mage hand and goes, "What? Stop! Let's go! Let's go!" And Goblin,
I try to follow him. And I'm just in Goblin. Hey, please.
and they ignore you, and they continue walking down to the end of the hall, and they leave. And then after a few moments, you guys hear from that end of the hallway. You hear somebody go, "Hey, hey,
Hey!
someone else
I lay-
there?
I lay on the
Hey.
bed.
Is someone else there?
Yeah.
Where?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Can you help us?"
My name's Jasmine.
Yeah, probably.
If you can help us first, then we'll be able to help you.
Oh, are you in a cell as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, which is it?
Yes, we
he
are.
is.
How
I'm
many?
not.
How many of you are there?
17.
I can see at least 3 of us.
Not.
Braxton, do you yell 17?
I do.
5.
6.
Yeah.
So you guys just
Hey,
start yelling numbers at them, and then you hear no response.
8. Take it or leave it.
No, I'm 6.
I use thaumaturgy to make that as loud as possible.
Take it or leave it. You hear a chuckle from the other end of the hall, and then no response.
I look at Hawk and go, "Hey, bud.
Hi. I mean, I can only see 3 of us.
Hey, man. You think you can open your cell?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I want to cast prestidigitation to make just a small rod, and then to stick it in the keyhole, and then try and like shape it in the form of the key.
Okay, so you're making a small rod with prestidigitation,
Yeah.
and you're trying to put it into the keyhole.
I'm trying to shape it into the key.
I'm gonna go up to the gate, taking a bobby pin out of my hair and trying to pick my lock.
Okay, well, I will assume that they didn't take the bobby pins out of your hair.
They better fucking not.
You know what? How about
I worked hard on
Hawk?
this here.
Hawk? Roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage, as this is a pretty tricky thing to do with prestidigitation. You stick it in there, and you kind of try to change the shape, but it's really, once you've made the shape with prestidigitation, you're realizing without practice it's quite hard to change the shape of the object you've already made, and you kind of have the shape of a key, but it's not unlocking it. At the same time, Menon, since it's just a bobby pin, that's about all you have. Why don't you roll me? Okay. You already did the sleight of hand. It was with disadvantage, I was going to say, as you don't have proper lockpicking tools. You kind of pick at it for a minute to no avail.
Seeing they'll both do that, I put my pinky in my lock. And kind of smile at both of them.
Okay, you kind of reach out and stick your pinky into the padlock. Okay, you did
looking from Hawk to Men and smiling. I put my other hand in a thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking activate my Crimson Right on my hands.
Okay.
And just try and fucking hack at this goddamn lock.
Like through the gap that you've kind of made? You're
No,
trying
like, and the bar that it's on. Whatever fucking, like, just the bar that it's on. And the lock.
Okay, so you're just hacking with your Crimson Right at the bar that has the lock on it?
Yeah.
And trying to hit the lock as well. Okay, why don't you roll damage for me? Because you're gonna be able to hit this easily enough.
God, Antigone is a
claw damage.
Play. You fucking suck.
Okay, 4/ is that with your that's not with your Crimson Right?
No.
Add your Crimson Right?
That's fire.
Okay.
That's a hot lock.
You start kind of hitting the lock, and you're bouncing it around, and you kind of see you're kind of leaving some claw marks on the bars, but you don't seem to be able to. The padlock is just about the only thing that isn't rusted and old. It looks like quite new actually. So you're kind of scratching up and maybe clearing some rust off of this bar, but you're not really able to do much to the padlock at this time.
Well, then I'll just
Braxton
spend
goes
time.
to sleep.
I'll just spend time to keep fucking practicing with the
Prestidigitation.
Hey,
Okay.
That one.
So
But
is
let's
everybody else?
hey,
go ahead.
yeah, hey, voices. I shout.
Yeah.
Who did you say you were?
That isn't important.
Why?
Oh God! Oh, it's the
Well,
fucking.
then-
It's the others.
No one's gonna save you.
It's the other group of people. Holy shit! Jericho would like to stand up and go, "Oh fuck, it's not in there."
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the group with
You never put the chick's name
yeah. Fuck.
The chick's name, I'm sorry?
from the fucking
The
ones
girl
who
that he
ran
has a
off with the
crush on.
chest.
window or whatever the fuck.
Oh, right. Fuck. I'm sorry. I do have her name. Give me just one moment. I'll find it for you. I don't remember at the moment, but you do know her name. Her name is Amelia.
Yeah. Can you look, Amelia?
There's no response.
No,
Do you guys know Malcolm?
There's a pause, and then one replies. A different voice replies. The mage?
The one who has the guy who gave me a finger. Do I have Gert's finger on me?
No, you do not.
I
Gert's
start to
finger is
cry.
probably like in your bag, and they took your bag away.
He
Your
starts to cry. Just breaks
Braxton goes, "Oh,
down. My fingy.
yeah, the guy who had the giant suit of armor who holds my heart.
Hold on, and at the same time, but they both go, Gerd!
Yeah, do you know him?
We know Gerd.
I've been intimate with both of them.
Who's Gerd?
You could say he's a GERD friend. You hear from down the hall.
I want to try and guide my mage hand to slap whoever the fuck said that.
I'm gonna tell you, you cannot see them. You are not gonna be able to do that.
Y'all fucking stupid ass.
And then the first voice responds, "How do you know Malcolm?"
How do you know Malcolm?
I asked
What?
first.
Question.
I
for-
asked second.
Question for Holden: are the sheets on the bed white?
Yes.
Are they decently like white? Like so, like if I bit my finger to bleed, I could write on them.
Yes.
I lay them flat on the ground. I bite my finger till it bleeds, and I start to write on the blanket.
Okay, here's the thing. Normally just biting your finger to make it bleed, like just to draw blood, wouldn't do damage. But what do you... I need to know how much you're trying to write, because that you could take a certain amount of blood and you might take more damage.
Give me a sec.
Do you want to go to Secret Secrets, or are you not sure yet?
No, because I'm passing it to 6 regardless.
Okay, why don't you just roll me a d4?
All right, guys, I can't die doing this.
Okay, you do take 2 points of damage from the blood loss. You can probably write out, I'm going to say, up to, like, 20 characters, maybe. It's going to be kind of messy and faint, but you can do it.
It's not even a tweet. What the fuck?
It's not...
All the characters like, what is
You
a
try writing in your own blood and tell me how far you can go.
Tweet, bird message?
No,
You've
you're
never
thinking
sent a
carrier
message
pigeon.
via bird?
You're thinking a carrier pigeon. They pigeon.
No, I mean literally.
What, can you not speak with animals?
Tweet, I say.
I'm a fucking bear.
Tweet,
I speak with myself. I am the animal.
Tweet, Twitter.
How many characters?
I'm going to say up to 20.
Fuck.
I just took the amount of damage you rolled and multiplied it by 10.
Get it.
If you want to write more, you can take more damage and bleed yourself more.
I will bleed myself 2 more points to get another 20 words.
Okay, you take 4 damage total. You have 40 characters. Not words, characters.
I know.
Yeah, Braxton hits a major artery and starts writing
Jericho,
his life story.
you see Braxton just like biting his finger and like bleeding all over his bed sheets.
I do.
Yeah.
That's what Jericho just sighs.
Is 6 doing anything?
No, I'm waiting for them to come back.
Okay, 6 is kind of sitting patiently.
You hear his voice in the distance. What are you doing?
He goes, "Hey, what's going on with Braxton?"
The mage hand. I cast the mage hand again. It's gonna poke Braxton's bleeding finger.
Do you
It's
need
gonna
to be able
draw
to
a
see
smiley
him?
face.
Do you need to be able to see your target in order to manipulate it with mage hand?
Do I?
I would assume so.
I'd assume so. He's around the corner over his bed. You probably wouldn't be able to see him, frankly.
Braxton, come closer.
I kind of lumber because I'm almost dead. I have 1 hit point at this point.
But
I
what?
lumber over, hold my bed sheet. I hand it out the door towards 6.
I'm gonna poke his blood and then draw a smiley face on the sheet.
I have it folded up. I'm handing out the door towards 6. Kind of slumped over.
Okay, so you're trying to like what do you do? Do you ball up the?
Yes, I'm balling it up so I can get it out so 6 can grab it.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're able to kind of like toss it across the room, and 6, you have a bloodied rag tossed just outside of your iron bars. 6 or Hawk rather. Hawk, do you pick it up?
He passed it to 6.
Wait, did he say
Braxton,
6?
are
Or
you
I thought
really
he said.
at 1
I'm sorry.
hit point?
Yes, I'm at 1 hit point. I said 6.
6. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna use one of my last first levels.
No,
to...
I'm looking at. No, don't. I'm handing it to 6.
Alright.
Oh, you're just handing it. Okay.
Yes, and then I go
6, are you there?
6 will be back.
6 will be back. Okay, what are Menon and Jericho and Hawk doing while Braxton is doing this?
Well, I wanted to talk to Orc Boy, but now that he's gone, Jericho's just kind of chilling. He's gonna try to. Can he
Yeah,
take a
people
short
kind of harassed him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I figured.
You can start to try to take a short rest, yes?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna kind of
Yeah.
sit, and since I don't need to sleep, I'm just gonna start reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still messing with the prestidigitation.
Menon, you're also trying to take a short rest?
Yes.
Oh, and they can't exactly stop me from casting spells because my tome vanishes when I go unconscious, and I can summon it at will.
What do you mean they couldn't stop you then? If they see the tome and cast counterspell when you cast a spell.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to
Okay.
take my mom
Well,
dinner.
yeah, they can't make the tome go away though.
Oh, interesting. Good to know.
The
6,
only way
you're
to get
kind
the
of
tome to
chilling.
go away completely is to knock me unconscious.
Interesting. 6, you're sitting in your cell, and Braxton goes, "Hey, 6," and he passes you a bloodied rag. It looks like
And then
some
I-
bed sheets.
And I lean forward, and go, read it, pass it along, make sure whoever gets it last just gets rid of it.
Okay. I will read it.
All right, I've counted this out, Mr. Holden.
Yes,
It is 38 characters,
that is within the confines of the 4 damage.
and
Go
that
ahead.
is
I'm sorry.
spaces.
It's including spaces. Cool. That shouldn't, but okay. Oh, you're
Cool.
typing it into. Okay, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
6. If you're kind of following his lead and tossing it around,
Uh-huh.
you're kind of tossing it around. Everybody is everybody. Well, here's the thing: Menon and Jericho are trying to take a short rest. 6 would try to get your attention, I assume. Menon, are you gonna kind of like wake up or like get up and grab it?
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna say you guys are able to pass this note around, and you all see in blood written on a ripped piece of a bed sheet says, "We need sleep. Arcane energy low. Escape."
I agree.
I lay in bed and I start like wrapping my hand up a little bit. I start to go to sleep.
The bed is very uncomfortable and it's hard to sleep in because you took legs off of it, so it's lopsided.
I broke off all the legs that I get up and go.
Did you get all of the legs over to 6?
Yeah, that was
No.
okay.
Oh.
I was
I
trying to
thought it
hand-
was just
okay.
one.
No, I was trying to hand
I
all
thought
of
it
them.
was-
No, he's been doing it for a while.
I've been
Oh,
trying to get
okay.
all 4 legs, so my bed's on the floor.
6. I'm gonna say in your baggy pants, you could probably efficiently hide 2 of them. Do you have any other ideas to hide the other 2?
I
That
will
man
hide them in the
has-
toilet hole. I didn't realize all 4 were coming over.
Okay, so you put the other 2 in the toilet hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 foot-long like bed legs in your pants. It looks like you have 2
Yeah,
boners,
excellent.
basically, like really
Very
big
well
boners.
endowed.
Yeah,
And also,
that man is
He
not
has-
only very well endowed, he's multiply endowed.
he's got double dick.
Yeah, he's got that double dick energy. So
Can I tuck one around back?
yeah, okay, you got a
ass
boner and you're
boner.
shitting yourself. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so you're able to do that relatively easily. Everybody gets a message. Is everybody gonna try to sleep then?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Best
I'll burn
news
the
I've
message
heard all
when I
night.
fucking get it.
Love may be
Yeah.
temporary, but herpes is
I'm-
forever.
I'm guessing 6. It's gonna be. You're probably no stranger to sleeping on the floor.
No changes
Yeah.
to
Okay.
love.
I'm not too worried about it. I don't have much I need really gain back as well, so I can get kind of a restless night or whatever
Okay.
comes to it.
You guys go to sleep, and I'm gonna say actually, you don't know how long you slept.
Well, I don't, because I don't need sleep.
Okay. Well, then okay, Jericho, you're very experienced reading. You can probably like roughly estimate how long everybody else was out, kind of ish. So everybody else falls asleep. You all wake up maybe between 8 and 10 hours later. Jericho would guess, and if you asked, he
Okay.
might tell you that. But you can all take your full long rest. And Jericho, you would be able to tell everyone that no guards have come by, nothing has happened since they went to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, so I relay that, and then I say, well, this is getting boring, so I'm going to take out my tome, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the lock.
Okay. You cast Eldritch Blast at the lock. Roll damage for me.
And
get to
since
keep
it's a
the
cantrip,
tome?
I'm going to keep doing it until my lock bursts open. Because I'm tired of being in here.
Cast it.
I'm looking for it. Here it is.
Ooh, big damage.
Okay.
Damn.
So, you guys watch after all this bullshit. Jericho walks up to his lock and kind of points his hand out. And
this
a
is
large-
fucking annoying.
Yeah, he's like, "This is fucking annoying," and just a large blast. Like you guys have probably seen Eldritch Blast before. This was an impressive Eldritch Blast. He blasts his lock, and in one blast, the lock is obliterated.
I kick the door open and walk outside.
Okay,
Good job, buddy. Now I want to
Hey,
try
nice.
and claw mine again.
the door is kicked off. And
I'm
actually,
gonna
here's what I'll
give
do for you.
Jericho a little golf clap.
You now have an opening.
I'm going to walk out look directly at Braxton if he's awake, and say, "I hate enclosed stone rooms."
If
And then
everyone,
open Menon's lock.
everybody, I'd say like maybe the first to go to sleep, Menon and Braxton were starting to fall asleep. The sound of the eldritch blast wakes everybody else up.
Wait, I thought everybody had their long rest.
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I claw mine now?
you can attempt to claw it again.
yeah, I'm gonna blast Menon's lock off.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can do so. With 1 or 2 eldritch blasts, you are able to blast her lock out and the door, and you can swing the door open.
Jericho,
Yeah.
I didn't get a bed. If you could just open my door too, I would be really appreciative.
I got the same amount of damage as the last time.
Yeah, I'll blast open his lock too.
Okay,
Good.
Jericho,
I know
I'm
you
assuming
won,
goes
buddy.
around and blasts open everyone's lock.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna get to Hawk's lock, and I'm gonna look at her and say, "Do you want me to do this, or do you want to keep hacking at it?"
I don't know. Does it look like it's about to break?
I don't
You've
care.
Scratched
I'm
it
anxious
up a
and tired
bit.
of being in here.
Hawk, I'm gonna tell you
Answer
right
my
now.
question.
You
Break
think
it.
Hawk, you think you could do it eventually, but it would be very tiring, and it's yeah.
Just break it.
All right,
I mean, it looks like you're about through, but let's just make it faster. Yeah, no, it's cool. Thank you.
Okay, you
Are
are.
all the locks on the floor, the broken locks?
The locks are in pieces on the floor. Yes.
I pick up the biggest piece of each one and just put them in my pocket.
Okay, you have several shards of metal now.
How heavy would that you say that is?
In total, maybe you have like a pound. Let's say 2 pounds of metal.
Braxton's goal at the end of this whole campaign is just weigh
Shards
1,000
of
pounds.
metal, 2 pounds. Got it.
All right, and then I'm making for the door. I'm walking out.
You're walking towards the stairs.
I follow.
I'm gonna
I,
go
uh,
this way. No, I'll go with everyone else.
'Cause I
Hey,
saw everybody
voices.
go out this way, right?
After all the explosions, and there's a moment of silence, and you guys start to kind of walk away. Menon, are you here? Yeah. Okay. You guys start to walk away. You hear one of the.
Oh wait. No. I'm gonna go back and blast these guys' locks off too.
Do we want to blast their locks though?
Well, I'm gonna go back and see.
You
who
guys
they
walk
are.
back. Here's the thing. Now that you're out in the hallway, I'm just gonna reveal this whole area at once for you guys, as you can easily explore it. Give me 1 moment.
I'm waiting.
Looking down the hallway, you see, 2 large snake statues, very similar to the one that was in Zimmer's room. There are several chests in the room, and you can walk down and see where the 2 prisoners are, and they are drow.
I don't think I trust these statues.
I go over to one of these chests. and
The snake
is it
statues
locked?
have glowing red eyes.
Is
I
this
definitely don't trust these statues.
Is this chest locked?
You approach the chest, you open it up, it is not locked.
What's in it?
Inside this specific chest. Okay, is everybody going for a chest right now?
Oh hell.
Yeah, I'm going to this guy.
Everybody select a chest to go to, please. Let's just
I
do it
would
this
check
way.
I would.
Jericho isn't. He's inspecting the snake thing and flipping off the eyes because he has a feeling someone's watching them.
Okay, you flip off the eyes. Good to know.
And then I'm
Hey,
blasting
guys.
these guys open.
Okay, so while
What's
okay, here's Jericho. You flip off the eyes. 6, you have a brief moment, but where you're talking to the drow before everyone starts inspecting the chest. What are you saying?
Hey, what's up?
You're speaking to this one. He says, you got out. Can we?
Yeah.
Would you like to let us out, please?
Sure.
Yeah, well, who did you say you were?
My name is not. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. My name is Rilven. That over there is Taruil.
That's a great start. I let him blast open the locks.
Cool story, bro.
No, Jericho looks at him. Why the fuck are you in here?
What are you in for?
And Jericho, after you flip off the snake statue and you walk over and you start questioning as well, Braxton, inside that chest, you find a large magic staff that you, as a cleric, would recognize is probably some sort of arcane focus. Hawk, in that chest there, you actually find your belongings.
Cool. I take my shit.
Nice.
Menon,
Whose
in that
staff
chest
is
there,
this?
you find flasks, maybe some. You can tell it's
Hi.
6's stuff. Yeah.
I go to
Yeah,
the
Six, you were unaware. You were over there talking.
I go to the
Oh,
next
okay.
one. And
Yeah.
start, I open the chest with the staff.
I'm gonna dig around and see if any of the
Oh, I'm
flasks
sorry, Braxton,
have,
you found-
like, alcohol in them.
Uh-oh.
You found a large arcane focus staff and a couple of
Indeed.
daggers. Menon, you found 6's stuff. Hawk, you found your stuff. Jericho, what are you saying to this one over here?
I'm asking him why they're in there.
He says, well, that old man, he tricked us after Malcolm sent us. Oh god, it didn't go well.
Yeah, Malcolm's starting to get on my nerves. I say blasting the lock open.
Okay. You blast him out, and he approaches you and extends his hand towards you and says, "Thank you."
I shake it and I look at him and I say, "Betray us, and I will mark your grave."
He kind of looks down at his empty hands and goes, "I don't know how I do so, but
Neither do I. But
Noted.
if you find a way, I'll mark your grave, kid.
Right.
I'm gonna look at the flasks, like shake them to see if I can't find one that still has alcohol in it.
There are probably what
There's
are there?
one more.
6. There are how many
There's
flasks?
one
are there?
more with
There's,
alcohol.
there's one with alcohol. And,
There's one more with alcohol, and there's one with.
Yeah, you can find one with alcohol and one with maybe a bit of water
There's
in it.
one more yummy flask.
I mean,
There's
I
one
would
that might have acid in it.
I
Who
would
knows?
I would smell it to see if it's alcohol first because I
is
did hear him say something
strong.
about acid.
Yep, it is strong alcohol. Hawk, moving over to that chest over there,
Give it a sip.
you would find Menin's belongings.
I use the staff to open this chest.
You
I
open
ruffle
that
through.
chest, you would find Jericho's belongings. You start
Oh,
ruffling.
ah.
Okay, Menin. Okay, Hawk, you are ruffling through Menin's shit.
She wants to ruffle through 6's shit.
And then Braxton over there in that chest, you would finally find your own. Any
Yeah,
more social
well,
interactions?
I don't have much stuff, so
No, there's no sex toys or anything.
God, I wish. I mean, does the crossbow count?
Oh no.
If you're brave
It
enough.
does now. I'm gonna play with it.
Hey,
'Kay.
guys,
Not
guys.
like
Menin,
back
you turn
here.
around and Hawk is playing with your shit.
Hey man, you want a drink?
Jericho, do you let the other one out
Sure.
as well?
Yeah.
pass
her
Did I
the
hear her
crossbow.
say
He would.
drink?
He would also walk up to you and attempt to shake your hand and thank you.
Then I would shake it and I'd say, "Same goes for you."
And he says,
toss
"I
her.
completely
Menin's-
understand."
And
Do
I'll
I hear men
I'll-
say drink?
And the two drow, who you
Yeah.
assume have been separated for quite a bit, approach each other and hug each other, and the one says, "Let's get out of here."
Do either of you
Okay.
guys magic or dagger?
They the
Dagger,
one
dagger.
in white cloak says, "If you found my staff, I'd appreciate it back, please."
All
I
right,
they-
lick
and-
it and hand it to him.
He grabs it and goes, "Thanks." And then the other one says, "And the daggers would be mine."
They're in the chest.
Okay. And he
And
walks over and grabs
Jericho's
his
on his way
daggers.
back out to the
Oh,
stairs.
Hawk.
You're up,
Oh,
Menin, because
he's
you've been trying.
now.
Eden has been trying to talk, and we keep interrupting.
Eden?
I'm just gonna seal the flask and toss it over in exchange for my crossbow.
As I'm tossing her crossbow.
Okay.
So I now have
Swap.
6's flask.
6, you would probably
and
see
I'm gonna
this.
Drink from it.
I just stand and look at you while you drink.
Damn, V. You've been holding out.
It is strong fucking alcohol.
I mean,
holy
like-
shit.
This shit is like
Uh,
Everclear
awesome.
strong.
Damn, V.
That's my special brew.
You better get back home and start brewing some more. Shit.
I'm gonna
It's my
grab the rest
special
of my stuff.
120 proof brew.
I'm gonna hand him it. I'm gonna pour just a little bit into my whiskey flask and then hand it
It's
back.
it's actually
say,
just rubbing alcohol.
6
I
at this
say,
point.
you know, there's more liquor in there than liquid.
And at this point, anybody who hadn't noticed the glowing red eyes and the snakes, both statues have glowing red eyes.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
getting ominous.
splash. I'm gonna splash this one with some holy water.
Glowing how? Like might be worth something glowing or
No,
might
glowing.
attack us glowing.
If you were, what? Actually,
Like,
would you be
it's
inspecting?
Possessed
Why
by
don't you
a
make an
demon.
investigation check for me?
I'm
Jericho's
peeing on
heading
this
out.
one.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
know you
"Hey,
guys are
Miss
heading out.
Fritz, I'm about to head out.
Yep, I know
I'm
you guys. are about to
peeing
head
on this. I'm peeing on this one.
out. Upon closer inspection, you kind of touch it. You reach your hand out and kind of wave your hand. And you're fairly certain there's some sort of magic to this. There's no stones or gems or anything in there. The red
Ah,
light seems to just be coming
disappointing.
from the eyes. All right,
Go
are you-
back to collecting my stuff.
Okay, everybody has their shit.
Can I inspect to see if it is demonic?
Roll Arcana. Arcana or religion?
We already determined that the one upstairs is. Yeah, that was the one upstairs. Never mind.
I pee on the one in front of me.
With that, you would get the idea that it has the same sort of demonic aura as the
Curious.
same one upstairs, but you can't quite place your finger on it. It's you don't know where from. Probably it's connected to some demonic deity. You're not sure, but you get with your experience with demons, you know this is demonic. Okay, you guys start to head out, and the two drow follow a fair distance behind you guys, unless you say anything.
I stay back and I walk with him.
You're gonna
Keep
walk
with
with
the
them.
group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with the
I'll
tour.
hang back. Oh,
I'm
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
in
let's
the
do
lead.
it.
Jericho's on a
If-
fucking warpath to get out of here.
If we're all hanging back, then we're all just
If
continuing
everybody's hanging
together.
back, nobody is. Yeah.
The second Menon starts to hang back, I sprint to catch up with Jericho, seeing her get too close to me.
Okay. Men, and
I
you're
go,
back with the
"Ugh."
get up
drow.
again.
I go, and jog.
Okay, so are you guys leaving the 2 drow behind then? They're to their own devices.
I shout, "Let's go!"
Okay. They say,
Keep up with
"We're
the
coming."
group.
No, you know what? I'm gonna hang back with them.
6, are you
This
hanging
is-
back as well?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of listen to see if they were talking to somebody, but if
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. They're kind of just talking to themselves and they're talking about how glad they are to get out and how it's going to be a difficult journey, etc. I'm going to move your guys' characters now. As I'm assuming you're heading up the stairs at the end of the hallway.
Yep.
Okay, give me one
Yeah.
moment to move you to the next
No.
section here. Okay. Well, good luck. You don't
No
really have a
use.
choice.
How dare you?
Okay. So you guys
scandal!
now, are you just walking up? Are you trying to be stealthy? What's the
Jericho's
plan
not
here?
trying to be
Stealth.
stealthy at all.
I guess
I'm
not.
trying.
I'm not.
Jericho's on
Anyone
warpath
trying to be
all by
stealthy
himself.
can roll stealth for me, but you realize that your companions are not.
You are with a party that is not.
Okay, give me an order here.
And you are
Jericho,
also just not very
Jericho is up front. Is there anybody immediately up front trying to keep up with him?
Me.
But I
Hawk.
roll
was
so
walking right next to
bad.
Okay,
I'm
Jericho and Hawk are up
directly
front.
behind. I'm
And
directly
Braxton
this is,
behind.
like,
immediately
the
behind.
most pissed off you've ever seen Jericho.
Menon, 6, are you're hanging back as well with the drow?
yes.
Menon, the drow, and 6 are hanging back. Okay, you guys start walking up the stairs.
My
And
rusty warhammer is
Hawk-
out. Excuse me, my scythe is out. I
Yep.
would like to point out.
Yep, you have your scythe. The scythe was in there.
Was the Giant Slayer?
The giant slayer was not.
No, we
Okay.
give it back.
We never gave it back. I never gave it. I never relinquished it.
I had it last.
No, I thought you gave it back to me.
I'm pretty sure Hawk had it at the end of the last session.
I'm gonna solve this guy for you guys right now. Either way, it's gone.
Figures.
You
You're
can
a
assume
cunt.
why. Yeah, because I'm a cunt. So you guys start heading up the stairs. Hawk would notice. He hears the panting of a dog upstairs, or what sounds like a dog.
Bloopers.
Sexy.
And I'll actually.
What the fuck?
Braxton puts on gloves and has shield out. Good. You
So I
guys
can
are
actually
heading up the
attack
stairs.
things.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If you go to the right of the cells where you just rescued the drow, you will notice the new area we're at. I'm just highlighting that for now.
I keep zooming
You guys
completely
are-
out of the map.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, it's all right. Hawk, you hear somewhere at the top of the steps, you hear what sounds like the panting of a dog, and you hear the orc
There's a
shaman.
hound.
You recognize the voice of the orc shaman. Maybe Jericho and Braxton might be able to hear it, but with your ears, I just tapped my headset like I was gonna tap my ears.
You're
With your
dumbass.
ears, you would definitely hear. You would recognize the voice of the orc shaman, and he's going, "Oh, good puppy, good puppy."
I want to.
Me
Can
too.
I try and growl at the dog to try and get it to bite the orc shaman?
You're gonna growl at the dog from down the stairs.
I want to try and like talk to the dog. I don't know if I can do this, but I want to try and like talk to the dog to get it to bite the orc shaman.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you cannot talk to the dog. you can make us dog sound, but
Jericho's
Whoa.
still walking up. He's not stopping.
I
Jared.
follow.
Okay,
Well, I guess we're just walking up. Anyway.
okay. You guys walk up, and please don't move your tokens until I
Sorry,
tell you to.
sorry,
No, that's good.
sorry.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
I'm sorry.
I'm just.
I feel so attacked right now, Holden. I want an apology.
You guys walk up.
I demand
you see
an apology.
Another snake statue, some tables with some various things on it. One table much cleaner than the other, and in this room, you see that orc shaman petting a warg.
Puppy.
Not puppy.
Ugly puppy.
Big ugly puppy.
Big ugly puppy.
I love
See?
him.
Seeing him instantly, I'm gonna try to cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Okay. You're
Take him-
behind Jericho.
Jericho
will-
would like to hold out his hand once he realizes he's about to cast a spell and stop him.
I go, take him out before he notices us.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Let me use my brain for a second. You've been fucking with him the whole time. Have you considered talking to him?"
I assume you guys are whispering.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the orc is still just going puppy, 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 and rubbing his tummy. And the
What are you
orc-
guys whispering
warg-
about?
The warg
No.
is kind of like, what's going on up there? The warg is kind of rolling on its back, and like getting pets.
Oh.
Man, we're gonna have to kill this thing.
All right. Jericho's gonna walk up and actively go, "Hey,
You walk up
Didn't
the
get his
stairs
attention.
and go, hey.
Oh boy.
Okay, you walk up the stairs and go, hey. And the orc shaman goes, oh, hey, what, you know.
And he's gonna go. Hold on, stop. Like Jericho's pissed. He's like visibly angry. He's gonna look at him and hold up a finger and go, stop.
Roll intimidation.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You're good.
Hold on.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Hold on.
You're okay, buddy.
Stop. I'm pressured.
Gordon,
I'm gonna need you to roll again.
I wasn't trying to intimidate. I was trying to get him to shut up.
Right. Okay. You hold up your finger and go, no. You kind of like stop him, and he looks kind of terrified seeing all of you out, and he stops. And the warg kind of like stands up on his legs and starts growling at you.
Tell your dog to stand out, or I will put him to sleep. Not kill him. I refuse to kill an animal, but he will be asleep.
I know. I can't. Puppy down. And the warg does not seem to respond.
Hard for me.
The warg does not respond to his command. It is standing. Its hair is raising up, and it is growling at you.
Cool.
I cast sleep on the dog.
It specifically is growling at Hawk.
Oh, then I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
fucking growl back.
Okay. And it starts to
I'm gonna
approach.
say hi, puppy.
It starts to approach. Jericho, did you say you were doing something?
What a handsome boy.
Can I intimidate the dog?
You can certainly try. At this point,
I'm
the
gonna
drow,
use Mage Hand
the
to pull
drow
his hair.
kind of looks at Six and Menon and kind of nod up the stairs, realizing something is going on. Do you guys head up?
Hell yeah.
Okay, you guys head up. At this point,
I
Menon,
glance at the
you
other
would
two.
kind of like you glance what?
I just glance to see what the other two are doing.
Oh, yeah, okay. So Six is in the back. Menon, you kind of peer around Hawk and you see a big ugly puppy, and it looks mad. And
Oh,
Six,
puppy.
you're shorter. You have a hard time seeing, but you kind of like on your tiptoes. You kind of stand up and you think you see the orc shaman.
What a good puppy.
So what's happening, Jericho? You've stopped.
Jericho's gonna raise his hand, point at the dog with like a finger gun, focus a little bit of energy at the tip of his finger so it glows, and command sit.
You're using the command spell.
Well, I'm just
or-
gonna tell him to sit. I didn't know there was a command spell actually. If you want me to be honest.
Oh, okay. The warg does not respond. Hawk, are you actually doing that?
Yep.
Okay. Hawk casts Mage
Holy
Hand.
shit! The one time I will actually like want something to happen in the D&D.
Hawk pulls the warg's tail, and the orc shaman kind of just watches in terror as a mage hand appears behind the warg, and it pulls at its tail, and you hear it kind of yelp. And then you kind of feel bad. You hear it yelp.
Aw.
It goes, "Arr!" And then turns around and like starts growling and looking around, all confused. And
Aw,
is now
poor
face away.
puppy.
The orc shaman goes, you out cage, bad, very bad.
Listen,
Hey.
listen,
I'm gonna,
listen. I'm gonna walk up
growl
to
at
him.
the shaman.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
take
literally
one of
gonna-
my
Oh,
I'm gonna take
go
one of
back.
my crossbow bolts and see if I can get the warg's attention like it's a stick.
You start waving it like it's a stick.
Hmm?
Animal handling, with disadvantage, as it is very agitated now due to Hawk's actions.
Yeah, because Hawk doesn't know how to act like a fucking adult.
None of you do.
I think this is your first time.
Yeah, I know. But I know when to stop.
The ward kind of looks at the crossbow bolt, and you see you have its attention, but it does not look playful. You only
I'm
need to
gonna
roll
put it back.
once for it rolls twice technically. Anyway,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put it back.
Okay. So Jericho, you have stepped out toward the shaman. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
And I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna go, take me to whoever the fuck told you to guard us.
Uh,
Damn it.
I can't do. No.
Okay, then we're leaving. And I go to push past him.
can't. No leave.
Would you like your head to be splattered against the fucking wall?
as he says this, I'm gonna get start focusing arcane energy in my free hand. Go, we'll do it.
The orc shaman then yells, "Brothers, help!"
As he does
guys,
that, I cast
what
Guiding
are your
Bolt.
plans for
As
after
he
we
yells
walk
help,
out
I'm
of here?
casting Guiding Bolt. on
Okay.
him.
The orc shaman yells, "Help, brothers, help!"
I want to sprint up and slash a dog when he does that.
Okay.
Holy shit.
6. While this is happening, you walk
Yeah.
back to the drow and you say, "What?"
What are you guys doing? What do you have plans for after we leave here, or what's up?
The mage responds, "Well, assuming we get out of here alive, we probably return to our clan." And
Where's your clan?
honestly, I'm not sure anymore. We've been down here for quite a while, and at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Sure.
Okey-dokey.
Sure.
And I will open that up
Wait,
now.
before we do, can I cast
Damn, my first good initiative roll ever.
disguise self and make myself look like an orc?
Is that an action? We're in combat now.
I'll wait.
That's not
Sorry,
even
if you
plus
would,
2.
yeah, if you would
I-
maybe.
I tried.
Holden, if you do look at my flaws, you can see that he is extremely claustrophobic.
Oh, interesting.
He is used to being in the open forest.
Okay.
11 wieners. No, use my injection as a fast on the skill. Snooze her in the mouth. Why? Not only why, but how?
11 wieners.
Jesus
What the fuck?
How do you even do this?
I'm honestly confused.
Hawk is right there, so we'll put him in front. Oh. Sorry, give me one moment while I organize here.
While you organize.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you mad because I took the joke from you?
A little bit. Okay, so we have our initiative. We're starting with Menon. What are you doing? The orc shaman has just screamed, "Help, brothers, help!" The warg is had its attention for a moment, but now it seems to be looking at Hawk, who is running at it. Jericho is pushing up.
Check.
You made an ability.
It's not even a spell.
You do a little
Yeah.
burp as you move forward. Menon, what are you doing?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing where I cast disguise self myself, and I'm going to make myself look like. You know, I'm gonna go with a goblin actually.
Okay. How long does that last?
There's more goblins hit.
How long does the disguise self spell last?
An hour.
An hour. Okay.
It turns out she's actually using
You-
disguise self
you
as a human. And she's
Look
part of
pretty
the goblins.
convincingly like a goblin. Okay. Okay, Hawk. You're running toward the
attacking.
warg. Roll to hit. Okay. You run toward with a scythe. Oh boy. You run toward the warg and you swing your scythe at it, and it just in the nick of time, it diverts its attention away. Projectile vomit. And you get vomit on the back of your head. No, the warg
Ew.
diverts
22
its attention to
damage.
you and jumps out of the
That's
way
what
of the
this is.
scythe. Anything else?
It was all the lug nuts you
I'll
ate.
use my bonus action to shapeshift.
Okay, you shift into your werewolf state. At this point, you all hear scuffling of feet coming from this room I'm pinging now. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Blake, I think I should light a match in my room
Boy.
Why?
because I want to.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't a no. Interesting. I'm gonna light a match.
Here, do that.
Don't burn anything to the ground, my
Okay.
guy.
All right. And
Blake,
you
guess what?
Because the fire escape is
pretty
made
much,
of wood.
pretty much all of you would be able to see 4 more armored goblins running out from the room over. Okay. And that's
Oh, it smells good. Fuck.
And actually, this one on my ping, seeing what's happening, seeing Hawk swinging a scythe, is going to aim his hand crossbow and fire it at him, at Hawk. There's only going to be an 11 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Then that is going to bring us to Jericho, who is at the front of this.
Oh, sorry. I posted a picture.
You posted a picture. Oh, I see. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Great.
All right, I'm gonna cast. Open me book.
You open your
That's a
book.
good spell.
That's a great spell.
They took Open Me Book out in 2nd edition.
I casted open me book, and
Yeah.
you know what it does? It opens my book.
Holy shit!
It's
They
a
all run
cantrip.
away.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was my action. So, okay. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. 20-foot cube of space. All creatures need to make a dex save or
And
cast
I'm gonna cast. Can I hit all of them? No, I can't.
are made with advantage affected a creature or object.
Wait, yeah, I can.
A 20-foot radius? Let's
Yes.
see.
If you put on this dude.
Oh, 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Oh,
If I-
ouch.
So where is the center of your
No, I can't.
cast?
I'm definitely gonna cast it to get all 4 of these guys.
You can do so. Okay. So we're just gonna put that 5, 10, 15, 20. That is all surrounded in fairy fire now, and they're all gonna make some dex saving throws. The DC is 12.
Cast time 1 second. Range 5 million feet. I don't know why that was funny. He takes 5
Success.
less damage. That's a DC 40 strength check.
Okay, I'm gonna put an
Level
icon
9?
on all of.
How can it be a level 9?
There's an icon on each of the goblins that failed the dex save.
Sweet. Sounds good to me.
I cast acid vomit. Everyone dies.
So all attacks against those 3 are with advantage.
Okay. I'm also just gonna reveal some of the further area.
And they can't turn invisible, but I doubt they could.
Okay.
All Holden's plans are ruined.
Orc shaman. He's
12
going
goblins that just turn
to-
invisible.
Seeing everything going to shit, he's going to cast firebolt at Jericho.
I'd like to extend my penis and enlarge
Say
it.
15 to hit.
I believe that hits.
Okay.
Let me check. Yeah, that hits.
So he shouts, "Bad, very bad, brothers, help!" And he points his little staff at you, and he launches a bolt of fire, hitting you in the chest for 6 fire damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little pussy bitch.
And he's actually going to he's going to use his movement to start backing up.
That's
You
some weak
dumbass
fucking
bitch.
damage from
He
that
starts
man.
he starts running away.
That's
call
not a
yourself a
lot of
shaman?
damage.
You call yourself a fucking shaman?
Braxton,
You should be ashamed.
10.
you should be a
Well,
shaman
being
of
a
yourself.
I hope you get meningitis.
I step up 20 feet and cast guiding bolt.
At
The
Joke's on you,
shaman.
fucker.
At the
I'm
shaman.
vaccinated for all of the meningitis.
okay, cast it.
Level 1.
Every meningitis.
I'm getting there, Holden.
Hurry up, Braxton! Okay, so that's an 11 to hit for 11 damage.
Why is it blue?
Because I got 2 1s and 1 6.
Oof.
I was just
That was
saying,
4d6 and you got 11.
Yeah, it's not a good
Ouch.
time.
Wow, that does hit. However, you run up and cast guiding bolt as
Rainbow.
this rainbow bolt bursts forth from you, and the
Rainbow.
shaman tries to dodge out of the way, but it still hits him pretty squarely in the shoulder for 11 damage, and he's kind of knocked back a bit. He goes, "Oh, brothers!"
It's like cutting words. You have the
Oh
big.
god,
Now you
he's
have
Hulk
the
Hogan.
big gay.
brother.
After that, Braxton makes the jerk off motion at him.
Okay,
And at the end of his turn, he goes,
6 then.
Which one is the
What's
jerk
your
off
spell?
emotion?
the jerk off
I
motion.
Probably sad.
Sorry. I
Nope, very
you're
happy.
doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I hold up a finger and I say, one suck, and then I use a
One
dash
suck.
action. One suck. Then I
One
use a
suck.
dash action
Suck.
to move right here,
Oh,
and I say,
can you?
and then I say
Wait, what's your movement speed again?
40, and then dash is double.
Holy shit! Okay.
And when I get there,
So Jericho and Braxton,
When
you
I-
guys are kind of like up here fighting, and 6 just vroom right by you.
Right under your legs.
You hear
Hey,
the
come on.
engines revving.
He's Naruto running past you.
and then I
Why
say,
can I see that?
hey, wait up.
Okay.
That's me.
I fucking
Okay.
hate you.
The
You
ward
just ran up to him.
is going to attempt to bite Hawk.
I want to bite back as a reaction.
That is only a 6 to hit.
That he misses.
So it kind of bites at you, and you kind of just extend one furry hand and push its snout away, like, bad dog!
I want to growl back.
And
Grrr.
it growls at you once more. Menon, with Hawk on deck.
Okay. Which of the party members is closest to me?
That would be
like
Braxton or Jericho. The straightest path would be Braxton.
All right. Can I try to like? Okay. How close? How close are they?
What was it?
Because
30
Like
feet.
25
my,
feet.
my
30 feet.
map is acting up. 30 feet. Alright, I'm gonna go up to them because my movement is I assume 30 feet.
Probably.
Are you a medium-sized creature?
But like,
Yeah.
have
So
I
is
really
six.
not Snapchatted for 7 months?
So,
Probably.
Hmm.
That's
alright,
actually not
so
true. We
I'm
talked about
gonna
the other day.
Eden, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run up to Jericho and then say, just, let's see, hold on. Find this. Okay, I'm gonna just go with it, and I cast prestidigitation to make it seem like to make it look like I cast a spell at him, and it actually does absolutely no damage to him.
Okay. So
Nice.
Jericho, from behind you, you realize it's Menon, but this little goblin-like creature runs up to you and goes, "Just go with it," and kind of just like creates some light in your face and goes, "Ah!" pretending to attack you. Menon, why don't you make a deception check for me?
Jericho clocks her in the fucking. No, I'm kidding. Turns around, pistol whips her on the back of the head, knocks her out.
She'd try and take
The
it.
fuck is a
quickly.
pistol?
You know those flintlock things. I
Very
know they-
flowers.
Actually,
it's part
Menon,
of the
I'd also
reproductive
allow.
cycle of the flower.
I'm assuming you're gonna take this. I'd also allow
So-
performance.
There's a pistil and a stamen.
You're a stamen. Shut up.
See,
Mm.
what were you
Pollen.
Oh. asking for?
I would
Deception or
deception, or I'm assuming you'll take this. Also allow performance.
yes.
Yeah. As you are acting.
Thank you for allowing performance.
Okay.
Blake, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
You've convinced yourself that you're a goblin. No, I'm kidding. So, anything else for your turn?
Yeah. I spontaneously learned Goblin out
Okay.
of nowhere.
Excellent. Hawk
I slash at the doggy some more.
with a scythe. Go ahead.
Achoo!
Wow. That thing does some damage, man. Okay.
Dude, that was minimum damage, and you did 6.
That was not minimum. No.
Oh, I was like, wait a
He
second.
technically
no.
rolls 3 dice for it. God, I should not have given you that. Okay. Describe to me the scene
Blake
as
the
you
backtracker.
fucking destroy this warg.
Oh.
After, all right, so
Take off its head. Take off.
yeah,
its
he
head.
went to bite at me, and then he missed, and I kind of shoved him over towards
Eden,
where
you were
like
loving this dog just a
towards where
second
the
ago.
fucking blade end of the scythe is. I just fucking like fling it upwards
I
to
like
just
blood and
slice his
violence
fucking
too.
head off.
Okay. Man, you just witnessed this warg you were just awing at get decapitated.
Well,
And
Like-
now,
Like
circle
most
of
things
life,
in your
and
life.
I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
now I'm gonna use my
That's a fine
bonus
how you
action to
do.
cast my crimson right on it.
Okay.
Ooh, do you have the puppet?
What?
Puppet, like a spell.
Are you talking to someone in the game?
Oh yeah, sorry, Jesse. Do you have the puppet one for
No.
your Crimson
My
Right?
crimson? No, it's just fire damage.
Or not
Lame.
your blood Meldic.
Blood
Blood curse.
No.
Oh, okay.
Lame.
Okay.
Hang on. No, I don't have that one.
Okay. After Hawk does this, two crossbow bolts are launched at him, and a couple of goblins start running at him. Let's see. The first crossbow bolt is going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
You dodge. The second one is going to be a 6. Fuck me. So you dodge both crossbow bolts. It's rather impressive. And then this goblin here is going to swing at you with a club. That one is going to be a 17.
It hits, but I'd like to point out while I'm shapeshifted, I'm resistant to bludgeoning.
Okay, good to know.
I think I'm actually resistant to, I think most all damage types except for
He's just a big resistance. He can't get hurt by anything.
except for silver.
Syphilis.
I'm just
Big
gonna look
no
at
you.
Non-magical weapons that aren't silvered.
non-magical weapons that are not silvered. Do not do half damage on you.
Yeah, I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons that are not silvered.
So just those. Okay, good. Okay, then he runs up to you with his club, smashes you in the side, but you only take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Joke's on you. All of the orcs' weapons are silver.
I just shout in his face.
Okay. And then this one is going to dash up to Braxton, thinking that he is flanking with his goblin companion. Jericho, it is your turn.
All right. Well, first of all, Jericho wants to get out. So he's going to try to do just that.
Okay.
Oh, look, I'm in the middle of these two.
Oh, look, you're going to take an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so what are you doing?
I'm walking in there and activating... Oh, what did he roll?
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
No, I'm worried about it, damn it.
I promise you're not going to get. Go on.
That.
Shielding Aurora. Create a whirling aurora of brilliant energy that swirls around you until the end of your next turn. You gain resistance to all damage. Okay, Hawk. And if a hostile creature ends its turn within 10 feet of you, it takes radiant damage equal to your warlock level plus your charisma modifier. What is that? So it's
my charisma modifier is 2.
2.
So
Okay.
that's 6 damage of radiant damage, literally just by walking past them.
So anything that ends its
if
turn
they
within
end
10
their
feet
turn.
of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
Sure.
currently that's just these 2 crossbowmen. Okay, anything else?
I actually believe... Hold on a second. It doesn't have a slot to put in there. Let me look at... Hold on.
And I imagine Jericho is so pissed as he's walking by this goblin who swung at him with a short sword and got a nat 1. He was so pissed, and with a nat 1, he literally the goblin kind of like shakily swung his short sword at him as he tried to walk by, and Jericho just said "fuck you" and like slammed the goblin's hand down, completely negating the
slams
swing.
the sword.
Yeah.
The sword just shatters.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, are you really not going to show me?
I'd like to imagine that he like smacked the goblin with his book.
Yeah. Smack the sword away with his book. He's just pissed. Isaac,
I'm trying to find out if it's a bonus action.
to cast?
I think
And
some
the
cantrips
website will not
actions.
let me click on the actual subclass, so it's fucking
is
my
it?
ass right now.
As a bonus action. Yep. Bonus action.
Sweet. Perfect. All right, then my regular action, I am going to... Eden, why do you know that?
Boyog.
I watch a lot of D&D videos in my spare time. Booyog.
Booyog. That's what I say
Booyog.
when I win. Booyog.
Oh, you must not
Oh,
say
so
it.
he took an actual attack on me? Oh,
Yeah.
I already used my reaction, though. Can I cast Hellish Rebuke as an action
No.
since I took damage?
It is a
It's-
reaction.
Damn. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. You know how many times I would have used that as Alexandria if it were in action?
If I were to use Shatter on myself, would I take damage?
Yes.
Oh, there goes that one, too.
That's
Then okay, yeah. I'm literally gonna reach up, not grab him, but put my hand right in front of one of the dude's face, the guy who attacked me, and firebolt.
Okay, which one?
Whichever one attacked me.
The one back there?
Oh, he. Oh,
Yeah,
I
'cause
thought
you
you were
walked
talking about
by him?
this guy.
No.
Oh, yeah, no. Then I'm firebolting this guy.
Okay. And that's a 19 hit for 6 fire damage. So you smack this short sword out of your way with your fucking book, and you walk up, cast shielding aura on yourself, and then firebolt this goblin in the fucking face. And his face is singed. He goes, ah, and then points his crossbow at you.
And I look at him and I say, I could have been a bear and done the exact same thing. Can I roll to intimidate?
You've used all your action.
Damn
economy.
it.
Okay, that brings us to the orc shaman, who, having 6 run at him, I'm gonna reveal a bit more of the area since 6 has run at him as such.
Hello.
Six
Hello.
just says, hello.
Yeah, Six is
Hello.
running at him. The orc shaman at this point, seeing this man run so fast at him, is gonna turn around and try to just
Gotta
run
go
the
fast.
fuck away. He's
Gotta
just
go
goes,
fast.
he's screaming, he's going, ah, no, no, no.
Fast,
He kind of
Honestly,
turns
that's a
around.
fair
Let's
reaction.
see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And before he does so, he is going to cast Firebolt at
Do
you,
I,
but you will get an
okay.
opportunity attack after I roll this.
Awesome.
That is
It also
a
has
16
an
to hit,
advantage.
which I know does not
That is
hit
a miss.
because you are
Yeah.
ridiculous, because you're a monk, fuck you. Roll a hit with advantage for your attack of opportunity to punch him in the face.
Monkey. All right.
Monkey.
Oh, come
Monkey
on.
punch.
Weapon. And unarmed and attack. Boom. Oh,
Wow.
well.
I,
He was.
He should
was very fast.
Throw a
yeah,
stone.
he was.
My bad.
I guess you were moving so fast you weren't quite able to steady yourself to hit him as he started running away. Yeah,
That's a
he was
little
running away
embarrassing.
screaming. Okay, that brings us to Braxton.
Lay off the strong shit.
I'm gonna. Has the one in front of me been hit yet?
The one immediately in front of you?
Yeah.
No.
Is that the one I bitch slapped the sword out of?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice.
Well-
He's probably a little scared. Probably peed his pants a little. Is he gonna
Goblin
cry?
pea is green.
Is he gonna piss his
You're gonna
pants?
piss
Ew.
pants.
Dumb.
Maybe
You
shit.
need water.
I just completely made that up, but yeah.
I am gonna try to grapple him.
Okay.
And pull him really close.
And fuck his
kiss him.
brains out.
Oh,
No. Basically, turn him around so with my armor, because I don't have a weapon out because I've been using spells and I only have my shield.
right.
Wrap my free arm around his throat and kind of lift him up. I'm a big motherfucker. And look at all the other goblins and go, drop your weapons as I lift him up and start to choke him.
Okay.
Fuck. Can Jericho hear him yell that and turn around and look at him and say like 2 words?
Not until he's already got him in the air. The way he's
Yeah,
describing it,
but after that.
he grapples him, lifts him up, and then yells. Once you can react to him yelling, yes. Well, technically you can't use your reaction, but we'll allow it. Braxton, I'm going to have you roll a strength for me.
Is it if it's grapple, it's athletics check. Unless you want it to be just a straight strength.
I mean, you are lifting him. Yeah, I guess it is technically. I was imagining you like literally lifting him, but
I'm
yeah,
gra-
if you're
it's a
like grabbing
grapple.
his throat and
I'm
yes,
trying to grapple
then
him.
yes, athletics. Okay, and I'll make testing. Okay, so you go to grab this little guy, and you kind of get your arm around him, and he wiggles out like, ah!
Look at him and go,
Slippery bastard.
fucker.
Yeah, he
That's why I
literally
don't
just
have an
wiggles and
action.
screams. Okay,
That's my turn because I don't have any other actions.
Can I yell at him now?
you would you be paying attention to what Braxton's doing with 2 goblins surrounding you?
I would have heard him yell and turned a little bit.
He didn't yell. He never lifted the goblin up.
I thought he yelled. Okay, never mind.
Okay, 6. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm big dumb.
No, you're good.
No, I'm not.
Wiggles and Screams was my high school nickname. Thank you, Jason. And Jason, what are you doing?
Hell yeah.
What did you ask?
It's your turn, buddy.
Oh, all right.
Welcome
I
to
will
it.
Go ahead and move my 40.
Mine was big stupid fuck, but you know,
My
I
40
still-
puts me there.
I still call you
And
that.
then-
Isaac.
I know.
I am going to. I'm going to make an attack on the man.
How fast
and
you
then I
are.
will-
Oh, go ahead.
I will. I'll go ahead and use a point and use my class ability of whatever that's called. What is that called?
Key?
It's called. I'm looking. Yeah, it's a key point
Yeah.
for
What are you opening?
where I attack an extra time.
What
What
are
is
you
that?
opening?
Key point.
That's Fury of Blows, my guy.
Fury
Oh,
blows.
Fury
I'm going.
blows.
Thank you. Sorry. All right.
Furry
one
blows.
fury blows. Furry blows.
Furries
they
do
sh-
blow.
Blowing a
They,
furry.
they sure
So
do.
that's. Oh, that's not. Why is it still not including my extra 5 points?
Oh,
Wait, did you just
so
say
I rolled
oh,
in-
no?
Go to
What?
your Hey Jason, real quick.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
character sheet
Uh huh.
next to unarmed, under
Okay.
weapons,
Yeah.
where it says damage dice.
Yes.
Is it just 1d4?
Yes.
Now put a plus, and then the 5 or whatever it is that you automatically
Okay.
add.
Plus. Got it. And then second attack. Third attack.
Okay, describe to me this, what happens as you emaciate this thing.
Okay. So the first attack is kind of a kick towards the leg, so he sort of starts to pitch forward in his momentum. The second attack just totally whiffs, it appears. So the third one, essentially, I reach around before he is able to hit the ground and uppercut his face just before it hits the ground.
That's hot.
You
I'm hard.
uppercut
Not
his
gonna lie.
face off of his face.
Why my pee hard?
Why my PP?
My PP itch.
Because you're thinking of gerbils.
Okay,
I miss having gerbils.
he's dead as fuck,
They're
dude. Well
very
done.
sexy.
Okay,
All
and
right.
then
Oh!
Six, as you've run all the way down there, I will
Uh-huh.
reveal a bit more area for you, as you would
Six
Quickly
is
looking
fucking
around.
Usain bolted down the hallway.
Yeah.
Thank
looking
you.
to your
Oh,
left, you would see there appears to be some sort of armory, and there are a couple of goblins at the end who haven't seemed haven't seemed to notice you just yet. Seem a bit
Okay.
oblivious.
They didn't know you beating this guy's
Interesting.
face off of his shoulders.
Menon,
Black.
Men in tights.
Can I try and
Tight men.
can I try and pretend to be like
hey, thanks for hanging out, G
marching
Money.
the party somewhere else, like and try and make it look like basically making off of the hole. If you walk with confidence, you can get anywhere.
So what exactly are you trying to do?
You said the goblin. You said there are goblins and like that haven't seen us yet, right?
There are a couple, but you're still fighting several. And you are
Alright.
not aware of the goblins down here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Only Six has seen that. So
Alright. I'm.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
Can I try and hop on Braxton's back?
you can try.
I'm gonna try, boys.
Hawk, Braxton rather, not Hawk. Hawk would kill you. Braxton, you know Menon's behind you. You feel her jumping onto your back. Are you going to attempt to stop her?
No,
You're
I am
allowing
gonna.
it.
I don't want her on my back. I don't like Menon.
So you're going to attempt to stop her?
If at all possible, if she jumps on my back, I will fall backwards.
Both of you
Try
roll
to
me
get-
athletics.
Whoa!
Athletics?
I'm going to consider this a grapple then if he's resisting. Yeah, okay, so you hop on, and he just kind of pushes his elbows back and goes, "What the fuck?" And you are thrown back onto your ass.
He yucked you off.
Nice.
Wait, is she in goblin form?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna make a intelligence check and see if Braxton actually knows that's Menon. Yeah, he does.
You were fully aware that there were no goblins back behind you. So, yeah.
Hey, there was a chance that Braxton would have just gone, fuck this thing, and guiding bolted her in the fucking
Yeah.
chest.
Okay. Anything
He's
else,
still
Menon?
thinking about it.
Anything else?
Would the trying to jump on his back count his movement or what?
Action.
Action. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything that's? I know I have something that's a bonus action. It's literally just healing word. Fuck you, Braxton. I was trying to help us out, dude.
Fuck you!
I
I'll
saw
help you out. Jumps on back with no warning.
As far as Braxton is concerned, you're still a nuisance.
Braxton's little brain. Flop.
Braxton's big blame. Flop!
Braxton's big blame.
Okay.
Yeah, make fun of him for his speech. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I do have one.
Speech
We all have
impediment is called being fucking stupid.
I mean, I have a speech impediment regardless.
I know you do.
You
You're
fucking skank muffin.
Yeah,
Thank
big fat
you.
fuck.
Okay, Menon, is that the end of your turn then?
Apparently it is.
Apparently.
Can I still talk?
You could say something.
The
yes.
muffin part made it endearing.
I'm gonna say, trying to, are there any goblins near me?
There is one on the other side of Braxton and one 10 feet away fighting Hawk.
I'm gonna try and say something like, hey, take the hostage. Like, without the goblin hearing, but enough for him to hear.
You're trying to whisper into Braxton's ear to telling him to take you hostage?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to jump up on his ear so I could hit on his back so he could
Kinky.
make it look like I was attacking him, but also be able to get closer to his ear to whisper to him without anyone.
Okay. Okay.
That's real kinky.
Braxton didn't know that. Braxton doesn't want people jumping on his back.
Hawk, it's your turn.
Braxton could get fucked.
I want to grab this
Not
one
by you.
by the neck.
Ditto.
Is he still attacks with advantage?
You have advantage on hitting him.
Okay, I want to grab him by the throat.
Okay, then technically it's not an attack. Well, okay, fairy fire. A grapple is not. Well, no, I think technically a grapple is considered an attack, so you should have advantage. Yeah, go ahead and roll athletics with advantage. So, well, you didn't need it. So 19. Okay, yeah, you have him by the neck,
I'm just squeezing.
and you're squeezing. Roll strength for me.
Pop him like a fucking Pez dispenser.
I'm
Straight
strength, like,
strength.
unskilled.
Yeah, unskilled strength, please.
Shoot his vertebrae out like they were Pez.
Okay.
You had the audacity to write that.
Okay. You're squeezing him, and he's
His eyes are bugging out like one of those stress balls.
I'm gonna just fucking growl at this one. Like,
you turn
it's-
around and growl at him,
Yeah, just rawr.
like over your shoulder.
Yeah. but
Okay.
Making sure that he can see his buddy just being the fucking life being squeezed out of him.
Okay, noted.
God, this is hot. Fuck.
Oh, I'm hard.
If
Okay.
you hold his waist to me, I'll suck the life out of him.
Oh my God.
Double life.
Duly noted.
I'll suck some
Dude,
goblin
fuck-
cock. I'll goblin that shit up.
I'm gonna point him at
I'm gonna tell
Braxton.
Clara you yelled that in your apartment, so your neighbors, when they come,
Yo, neighbors, I'm gonna gobble some goblin cock. Okay,
I enjoy this.
so it is the goblin's turn.
Which
he
one?
gets his cock sucked.
So Jericho, the two goblins surrounding you, are freaking
Can
out
fuck right off.
after seeing what you just did, but not having any actual melee weapons. They have tiny little points at the end of their crossbows, and they're gonna attempt to jab at you with them. They're just shrieking in unison.
Well, they can fuck off because I have resistance to literally whatever they throw at me.
Okay. The first one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
The next is a 12.
That one does not.
Okay, so the one behind you is able to jab you in the back. The one in front, you kind of you stare down and dodge it,
Ow.
freaking out.
That was bizarre.
It's going to be.
Sneezing is bizarre? Of course.
So
fuck
if
you.
we're having it, it's going to be 3 damage, piercing damage in your back.
Nice. Now he's angry.
I thought he was angry. I thought this was all.
Oh, he's even more mad now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
Angry
not
bear.
actually your turn yet. The other two goblins need to go. The one that is being grappled by Hawk is going to
Hey, did he
attempt
just end his turn?
to. Yes, those two technically did. But
Nice. Well, they
wait,
both
just
take
one
6
moment.
points of damage.
One moment. Hawk, the one you're grappling is going to try to escape your grapple. So roll athletics for me. He wiggles out. Oh no, you have advantage. Technically, he does not. You have him by the neck still, and the other one is going to try to now strike Braxton. Seeing you occupied, is going to try to strike Braxton with his short sword. That is a 21 to hit.
A little bit.
A little bit of hit. And that's going to be 5 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna tell you no, and now I don't take it.
Okay. Man, that sucks. Okay. So you take that, and Jericho, these two are going to take, what is it?
No,
Radiant
no,
damage?
did you not hear him? He
6
just
damage.
said no. He doesn't take
6 radiant damage, is it?
Yep.
Okay. They both, the light descends upon them, and they both start to scream as it burns and singes their skin. That brings us to Jericho. You're watching these two scream as your own magic is burning them.
Nice. I gotta turn my chair on because my ass is on fire. All right. Well, he's going to take out his quarterstaff and just fucking clock one against the head. This one.
I have a question. How did you make a whole staff out of quarters?
I
How
have
did
a
you
question.
super
Do you think
glue.
you're-
Jokes
Do
like
you
that.
think you're funny?
No, I don't.
I thought it was very funny.
So
and
do you,
I'm the
Blake?
oldest one here,
Oh, I
so
don't think I
fuck
thought-
everyone
Hey,
else.
hang on. While we're all just bullshitting, I'd like to ask real quick. How the fuck did V manage to roll a 4 on initiation?
Initiative is the word you're looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. That was my bad. I
that
think I
was
was
my bad.
preoccupied.
Um,
I was
I have a
talking to the
question.
guys downstairs.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Yeah, that's true. I did say I'd be right back. They're probably waiting for me.
Or Holden just didn't think about it.
No, I thought about it. I promise.
Yeah?
I promise
Yeah?
you.
Thought about it?
I
Thought
have.
about it?
Yes.
Real nice and hard?
Okay. So even with advantage, you swing your quarterstaff at the screaming goblin, and he ducks out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally. He's gonna look at him and go, "Okay, this is why I use magic." And
He uses magic.
yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Fuck, hold on.
Oh.
No, I don't think.
I know.
God, you guys are just fantastic. I'm so happy I'm here right now.
Oh, yeah? If I knock on the wall, do you think I'll hear it?
69.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Oh,
Okay. Then it is going to be Braxton's turn. With 6 on deck.
Somebody's on my door.
Braxton
over
laughs at the goblin.
Oh, no, sorry. I was fucking with Isaac.
I don't know if he was serious.
I knocked on Isaac's wall and he knocked back. At the one in front of me, I'm gonna put my finger to his nose and cast Toll the Dead.
Oh my god. You're so fucked.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
do one
DC
damage.
13 wisdom.
Oh, you think he's fucked? Wait till you see Percy.
Okay. So he takes 1d8.
Yep.
He has not taken damage yet.
Yep. So 1d8.
Okay. That's gonna for 1 damage. Yeah. Okay. So you kind of boop his nose, and he starts to hear these loud bells, and he starts to, feel himself withering away just a little bit, and he freaks out, but he looks determined to attack you.
It's terrifying.
Hey, Holden.
Hey, what?
Roses are red, violets are black. Watch what you say or I'll dislocate you back.
Violets are black. Violet.
I meant to say death is black. My bad.
It
Why
was a
you
good
gotta be
poem, though,
black?
man.
All right, 6, it is your turn.
Did you do that in class today?
Yeah.
That's good.
Jason
you.
turned into a dad. Did you make that in class?
Finally, I can pretend like I have one.
Whoops.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Blake's
There
met
we
my
go.
dad.
Matthew
Can
has these.
I run into this corner?
Dude, why you gotta expose him like that?
Are you trying to be stealthy about it, or are you just running?
No. I'm just running in.
I'm gonna say.
It's okay. I'll stop like here, and I will. I'll turn this way, and I'll just say, just room service is just terrible around here. I need to turn down like last night, and nobody came to check my room.
I asked for a
Uh,
bed
it's
like
very
6
touching.
times.
Yeah, can I speak to someone in charge?
Oh my god! So you start just blabbing about this.
Also, I'm pinging this pile of corn dogs here. What is that?
I like a capybara here.
Oh yeah.
I'm pinging this pile of corn dogs.
And then what are these? Pet parakeets?
Yep, hold up. I gotta zoom in on this pile of corn dogs.
Holden, you're my favorite pile of corn dogs.
That definitely looks like a pile of.
Oh, corn dog.
I've seen
look like
a dog or
sex
two in my day,
toys.
and that is a pile of corn dogs. So yeah, what is
They
it
kinda
in
look
game?
like sex toys.
Fucking
DM?
corn dogs. You're asking what they actually are in game? You could
Yeah, yeah.
inspect them if you wanted.
I ran by too fast. That's okay. They just look like tools.
Fucker.
And corn dogs.
Sex toys.
Vegetables.
They
Sex toys.
definitely look like dildos.
I can get
Hey.
you a dragon dildo.
Okay, so
Eyeglass
6
repair
runs into
kit.
this room and starts complaining about the room service here.
Yes.
The two
Trying to get their
goblins who seem to be maybe working on tools or something, they seem to be attempting to do some sort of smithing. Turn around and go, "What are you doing out? You're not in cell. You're prisoner.
Dude, you missed the memo. Fuck.
They aren't running at you or attacking, but they kind of stand. They kind of assume like a defensive stance. Like what? They look at each other. What do? Where master? Where boss? Ah! And then they look. The one on the right looks down the hall and sees the orc shaman dead on the ground and starts freaking out.
Oh yeah.
Menon,
With
it's your
his
turn.
face no longer attached to his face.
Right,
Whoops.
with his face that isn't the face. Menon.
Black.
There are still goblins left, right?
What if your middle name was Cider?
Men Insider?
Sex jokes.
That took me a second.
I fucking hate you, Isaac.
Don't encourage my bullshit. Menon, what are you doing?
What am I missing?
There's men inside her.
Most of your IQ.
Oh, cider. Got it.
I hope you can hear the face I'm making because it's just pure unadulterated disappointment.
Oh,
There's a lot
my
of
dad
tooth
makes that
grinding.
face to me.
Yeah, that one.
As opposed to adulterated disappointment?
Yes, that's
yeah,
what you
that's
make it your son.
much sexier.
That is some sexy disappointment.
Hey, Clara looks at you with sexy disappointment every time you guys
Yeah,
have sex.
every time I pull down my pants. She's still in the mood, but man, is she disappointed. All right. Menon, what are you doing?
Is she like that guy from Memento? She just doesn't remember, or why? Every time.
It's just that bad.
Okay.
She's like, oh, I'm so horny. Oh, this again. Fuck.
Oh, I forgot.
Man, I miss my boyfriend.
I'm gonna
that's
try
me.
again. You know what? I'm gonna try again, jumping on idiot's back just because.
Both of
he
you
threw
roll
me off the
athletics.
first time.
Yeah, I'm not letting it happen. I'm not a fan of this.
Someone
It's
is
not
not
happening.
getting on Braxton's
It's not
back.
happening.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay, with her nat one, can I fall backwards?
Do you want
I
to?
don't like press
Is that what
channel.
Braxton is doing? You've seen it
he-
before.
He is mad at her. but
RKO out of nowhere.
He is focused.
Okay, then Menon, you jump onto his back, and yet again he goes "fuck off," and he kind of like swings his shoulder back and throws you 5 feet away, and you land prone on the ground.
In Goblin, I look at the guy in front of me and say, I can't stand women.
He looks at you confused because he doesn't believe that there's a female goblin behind you.
Yeah, you think I disguised myself as a female goblin? Please,
No.
there's not.
Is
This
there
is a
such
sausage
thing?
fest.
Yes, there is.
There's such a thing. You think they reproduce like fucking fungus?
Actually, in certain fantasy lores, they do.
Oh yeah, that's right, they do.
No,
Carry on.
Congratulations, you played yourself not once but twice.
in D&D, most D&D lore is female goblins.
You're a
In
female
Critical
goblin.
Role, one of the
Not.
players actually plays a female goblin.
I hate it.
Not.
Okay, anything else,
Not-
Menon?
I love her. Leave
Not-
not alone.
Not the brave.
Not the brave. She's so
Uh,
cute.
Holden wants to know if you're doing anything else, Menon.
I'd fuck a goblin.
You be goblin that
You
pussy.
have-
Okay,
You have low standards.
do I still have my movement?
You're assuming he has
Yeah,
any standards.
half
Yes,
of
you
it.
have half your movement because you'd have to
I
use
made
half
the
of
joke
it to get
before
up.
you.
Okay, you
So
run
how's your
past
day?
the goblin.
It's gonna just walking past.
Okay. Then Hawk it is.
I'm still just strangling this thing and taking pleasure doing it.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go
roll
get
strength
Vicky.
again.
I'm gonna stand here now.
Stop taking pleasure.
Okay. You're still squeezing him, and he's starting to gurgle now.
Is it-
Gurgle.
Is it
I
a
am
good gurgle?
smiling as I'm just fucking squeezing the life out
Dude,
of
this
it.
is
Jesus.
fucked up. Okay. Anything else,
You
Hawk?
said dark campaign, dude. Nope,
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
Okay, you're literally squeezing the life out of this poor goblin. Speaking of, this poor goblin is yet again going to. Here's the thing. Technically, you've been squeezing his throat for 2 turns. That's 12 seconds. He's going to attempt to get out. But he's gonna have disadvantage because he's passing out. Why don't you roll me an athletic? Thank you.
12 seconds? That's weak.
Okay, and with his disadvantage, you are he kind of squirms a bit more, and you struggle, but you are able to keep holding him. All right, and then the other one is going to attempt to actually seeing Menon just walking by. He kind of looks over and looks confused at the goblin just walking away, then turns back to Braxton and swings at him. That is a 16 to hit.
You know that doesn't hit me.
Okay, it pings off of your armor, and he looks terrified.
In Goblin, fucker.
In Goblin, ah!
Fucker.
The other two
What does
goblins
Ah
are
sound
going.
like in Goblin?
Ah!
Is screaming different in Goblin?
Yeah, in common it would sound like ah, but in Goblin it sounds like ah.
Ah.
Yeah. So the two goblins surrounding Jericho are again going to try to poke him.
Well, they can suck my fat ass.
It is a fat ass. I've
The
seen
first one's gonna be
Jericho.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The next is gonna be 14.
Can you stop hitting me?
Okay. That is a total of 10 damage reduced to half. It's 5.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. That's a total of 10 piercing damage as you are stabbed in the back and the front. However, it is the end of their turn, and this one drops dead, singeing its skin just singed on the ground.
Yep.
Ew.
And yep, there you go.
Goblins too?
Can I take a action and not an action, but can I look at the other one and try to intimidate him as a reaction?
Hey, I have a question. Do you have to hold? Is this a concentration?
I believe it's just. I don't know. Hold on.
If it's a racial ability, most racial abilities have nothing to do
Is
with
it a racial ability?
Yeah, it is. It's,
I'm gonna assume it's not then.
class. It's a class ability, actually.
Yeah, it's my archfey, the warlock.
I'm gonna allow you to use your reaction. You will be using your reaction, but you can roll intimidation.
Oh, I'm doing it.
A
Blake,
lot,
I'm
a
doing
lot
it.
of that just cut out.
Yeah.
I didn't
Intimidation.
get most of it.
Reaction.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna ask him if he's religious.
In Goblin, he responds, maybe.
But I wouldn't understand that, would I?
He would just kind of look at you and go,
I'm gonna look at him and say, I don't fucking speak whatever that is, but if you don't, pick a god and start praying.
Okay, roll intimidation.
Which stat is that? Is that the intimidation?
It's, yeah.
Okay,
Intimidation
Did they
might
note
be.
he looks like he's about to shit his pants.
Nice.
Braxton
And
already
it is
has.
now your turn.
Braxton just shits his pants for fun.
It's one of his kinks.
I haven't done much today.
Ah, better.
Okay, now can I speak as not an action? Like
What are
to
you-
a party member?
I'll allow you to use a bonus action or like a character
Yeah, I'll
action
take a
for a
bonus
short.
action.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna turn around to Braxton. Oh, Braxton, you haven't attacked anything yet, have you?
I have.
Maybe I shouldn't do this then.
Do it.
Okay. Braxton, your gloves.
They're already on.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I put them on up the stairs. I said it back in chat a while ago.
He did. He
Oh,
did.
in chat?
Yes.
Fuck, my bad.
I made certain to put my gloves on.
Yep.
I didn't even see that.
He did say that.
Otherwise, he would be in full-blown panic mode.
Oh, yeah, shit, never mind. Alright. Yeah, so after he's intimidated and shitting his pants, I'm gonna put my hand on his face and cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Like, you've seen Scar do his thing in Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
A lot
Roll
more
to hit.
explodey.
The bad guy from the Lion King?
6. Can you stop?
Hey,
What?
have you ever considered
Oh, I'm
using-
sorry. I didn't realize you could see that.
I can see it, and you're making a lot of noise clicking over and over.
Oh.
We're just sitting here hearing. Dum, 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 dum,
Wait, what is he doing?
Sorry.
He's messing with his
Nothing.
character. Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, you roll. So let's see, that's a 10. Okay,
That misses.
you reach out to grab his face, and as he's like shitting himself, he drops to the ground and actually like he dodges your Eldritch Blast as he does so, but he drops to the ground and is crying.
Yeah. Fucking sit
And you
down.
blast the wall behind him. Anything else?
Alright.
No. Okay.
No.
Braxton, and then 6 on deck.
Braxton's gonna look at this guy and go, I fucking hate goblins. And he's gonna cast Toll the Dead. You're gonna have to ignore the damage when I cast this because it's not doing the same damage because he's taking damage.
Okay.
Because now it does 1d12.
Right.
So ignore that too.
Mm-hmm.
Also make your wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Please fail.
Shit, hold on. I dropped my die. That is a 12.
That is a fail and you take 12 points of fucking damage. Those are the max damage.
Well done.
That's hefty.
Okay.
Good damage.
This goblin starts bleeding from his ears, and he drops to his knees.
I'd like to try. Is he considered prone right now?
I'm gonna say yes.
Can I use my bonus action to put my foot on his chest and actually knock him on his back? Just kind of kick him.
I'll
Not
allow
trying
it.
to damage him. Just go.
If
boom.
you want to just knock him onto his back, I'll allow it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
he's on his back.
I spit on him, and that's my turn.
Okay, 6. What are you doing?
God, that's
These
I
two
am
goblins are staring
going
at you in
to-
panic.
Well, I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and. What are these on these weapons racks here? Anything special looking or anything like that?
If you want to take a look around, it's going to take an action, and I am going to make you do an investigation as we are in the middle
Cool.
of combat.
I will. I'll do that.
It's not like he has anything better to do. He left.
Six
Okay.
just walked into the
I
shop.
got. I
You're.
got 69. Too.
I mean, okay, some of it's quite obvious. That's
Yeah.
not going to need an investigation. What you can see, it looks like there are piles of. There's a pile of like old rusty armor over here. The blood covered. Well, I won't tell you much more with that roll. There's some
Do I
corn
see any,
dogs
like,
over
daggers?
here.
Corn dogs, yes.
Yeah, you do notice this is a rack of daggers.
Okay. Are they like throwing daggers or are they stabbing daggers?
All daggers are both.
Okay.
They're rather broad, so you can assume they're not for throwing.
Not for throwing.
Yep, and there's also some rope and some wagons over here that you would have seen.
Fun
from
enough.
above.
Rope and wagons. Do I see
Anything's
any
preferable if
any
you're trying to-
throwing weapons on the back wall there?
Not with your investigation.
Okay.
I mean, you could
well,
pick
I'll
anything
just-
up and try to throw it, but
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I would've-
absolutely.
there's various like
board.
swords and axes and maybe something back there. But
Board.
That's okay. I'm gonna
Board.
I'm gonna
The
go
sword
ahead. And,
thrower.
Okay.
I'll say I'll expect you in my room in what 10, 15, and then I run back this way.
you just start running. Like, okay, thank you, bye. You start walking away. Okay, you sprint off.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure. That leaves us at those goblins' turns, and they look at each other, not quite knowing what to do. And you hear some muttering, and they start running out of the room. 10,
Okay.
20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then the other would be the same. Okay, they start running.
Nice.
And they if you were watching, you were looking. I imagine you kind of like look back. You can see them like eyeing you. They don't seem to be running at you, but they're eyeing you. Kind of terrifying.
Okay.
They seem to be making a
Cool.
break for that end of the hallway, which I will actually reveal a bit more now.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, very nice.
You can see there's a long hallway down here. Okay,
Can't do
Menon,
that.
it is your turn.
She told me, she wanted to continue up to the next round.
Okay.
She had to step away for a second.
Okay, she is going to take an attack of opportunity. However, oh no, this guy's knocked prone. No, she's not. So okay,
And still thinks that she's a goblin.
that too. So
yeah.
she continues. She walks up to behind. Say, I don't know. Was she dashing?
I don't think so.
Okay, then she's going to continue walking up, and she kind of catches up with you, 6. Next, going to bring us to Hawk.
So, naturally,
Naturally.
I'm going to take pleasure in
Ew.
squeezing the life out of this guy.
Yeah, you can roll strength one more time if you'd like. Okay.
Some people say choke the chicken.
then-
He's choking the goblin.
Is it dead yet?
It is now unconscious.
Alright.
It is not. It is not dead, but it is unconscious.
Can I take
is
it and
foaming
like
at the mouth a little bit.
smash him into his buddy here?
You are now
Have
the
you ever seen a
weapon.
goblin? Have you ever seen
Yeah,
a
I want
goblin
to
get used as a
smash him
baseball
into
bat?
his into his prone buddy.
You want to smash him onto the floor with his buddy.
Like I want to slam him into his fucking prone buddy.
Christ
Carrying him,
almighty.
carrying him over to me and
Are you-
smash the guy in front of me.
Because I'm sitting next to him, so I'm just like fucking twisting my body and just like slamming him on the ground.
Like, are you trying to do damage? Are you trying to do it as hard as you can?
I mean, yeah.
Roll one more strength for me, and that'll be the entirety of your action economy. Because technically, this would be another action, but I'll allow it because it's cool. Okay.
Haul out because it's cool. Hold in the DM, everybody.
So Braxton, you witness Hawk smiling with this terrifying smile. He's choked this goblin out. It's foaming at the mouth. And with a wicked grin, he turns around and slams this goblin into the goblin that you had just knocked prone, and you hear a sinister crack as the one he slammed into the ground breaks its neck, and its neck is kind of contorted in a strange way that is actually kind of sickening. And the one on the ground, you can assume is dead.
I look at him and go, Kellenvor, guide your stupid souls. Oh, you have dogs.
And I turn and look at this dude over here, and I just
He is
snarl
weeping
very
on the ground.
viciously.
He's not looking at you. He's weeping on the ground.
Rawr.
Okay, that's gonna bring us
Do I still have
to his
movement?
turn. No, I said that would take all of your action economy because that would
Okay.
technically be two
Okay.
actions, which shouldn't be allowed. He's on the ground weeping, and here's the sad part. He's sitting there crying on the ground. He does nothing, but technically his turn ends. So he's going to take 6 more radiant damage, and crying on the ground, he's going to burn to death.
Hell yeah.
In front of and Jericho, you just stand there and watch as he burns to death in front of you, weeping.
I'm hoping that these guys just saw me fucking choke their buddy out and fucking murder him.
Okay. And at this point, the 2 drow are going to kind of come up the stairs. Let me just bring us down a little bit. Okay.
A little bit tardy to the party, huh?
Jericho, it is your turn. Do
A
you
little
actually
bit tardy to the party, huh?
you turn around and notice them, and they respond, we figured you have it. And the other one goes, yeah, you seem to be doing fine to us.
Oh.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Check out this room.
Okay, you can move into that room. I'll reveal the whole thing for you quick. Walking in, yet again, you see another one of the snake icons, snake statues. And it appears to be some sort of arena. There's some makeshift kind of fencing or walls that are like maybe waist high for
Blake, do you
you.
hear that?
I do hear them.
And blood, lots of dried blood in the center. Seems to be some sort of fighting pit.
Nice.
And now, come to
There's
think of
the
it,
exit
a
in
couple of the goblins that ran out seemed a little bruised. Maybe they were in the middle of a sparring match. As
Is there is the exit there?
you do not see an exit.
All right, I'm turning right around and going the other way.
Okay. You are fucking done with this place. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's my movement speed. Back to where I started.
Yeah. But you discovered something. All right, Braxton, it is your turn. Hawk just did this horrific thing in front of you. There are 2 bloodied, mangled goblin corpses in front of you. And a decapitated warg.
Well, that don't bother me.
All right.
I'm gonna walk. I have 30 movement. 10. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to do. My roll 20 every time I move my character, it moves my entire screen. So
Weird.
it's this way.
Try your
15,
keyboard.
20, 25,
Arrow keys
30. Isaac's built will be right back.
You can use your arrow keys.
I just did that, you fuck monkey. I point at this motherfucker.
Mhm.
Go, hey,
I'm sorry. What
Fucking-
motherfucker?
the motherfucker right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, and I cast guiding bolt.
Okay.
That's an 8 to hit. So I'm not gonna fucking hit him.
Yeah. A guiding bolt lands in front of. It hits the wall in front of them, and he shrieks. Anything else?
I have class block. We can rush it. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Then it is going to be 6's turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to actually move this direction. Farther south. That's 60 right there. And as I pass them, I will. Sorry, this way. To the. Did you guys have a restaurant and then I run that way?
Okay, you run down. Okay, I'll reveal something in just a moment for you.
I
Okay.
just saw something move right there.
No, you
I
didn't.
may or may not move another 10 feet depending on what I see unveiled in the darkness.
Okay, what you see as you're running down the hall,
Mm-hmm.
you see what appears
about
to
that.
be Zimmer standing at the end, staring you down.
No.
Great.
No, I'll go ahead and stop there.
Okay.
Wait. No, just so I can kind of see a little bit further around, I will.
Can you roll up? What's your passive perception? Do you know?
Passive perception. How do I know?
Your passive perception is 15.
15.
Okay.
Find your
Then I don't
perception,
need a
find
roll
your
from you. You would notice. Actually, here I didn't actually set it, but I will. You would notice on the ground in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
There are some various runes glowing very, very faintly.
I really don't like
Got it.
this.
Okay.
Okay, and you see Zimmer at the end of the
Alrighty.
That is going to bring us to the two goblins running away.
Gerblins.
Gerblins. A rainbow blast hits the wall in front of them, and they shriek, and they continue sprinting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And actually, the one gets right behind you. They're actually right behind you at this point.
Okay.
6. And they're kind of running. And the one immediately behind you runs, "Please move!" in common. And that's going to bring us to Menon.
I don't
Hi.
think she's. Oh, she's back.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry, I
Hello.
had to go get something to eat. Otherwise, I was actually going to pass out.
That's not good.
Fuck you, Blake. Okay. I'm just gonna see. Where is the rest of the party at this point? Kind of like all over the place, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, split up a little bit.
6 fucking bolted down the hallway. And you saw a couple goblins bolt behind him.
Six
Everyone
was
else is
like,
behind
I'm gonna
you.
go that way then.
Okay. Now, I need you to be specific. Which end of the hallway? So you're moving that way?
Towards where the goblin.
Okay, can you move your... I need you to move exactly where you are going to go. That, I need to know...
Oh.
Okay, that is as far as you're going?
It's 30 feet.
Okay. Then actually, since you chose that side of the hallway, looking down, you would see the two goblins that are caught up right behind 6. And at the end of the hallway, it's kind of hard to see because it's a good distance down. It's 110 feet. You think you might see Zimmer. And that'll bring
That
us
is
to
the
Hawk.
noise I make when my pants come.
Excellent. Hawk, it is your turn. And then next up is Jericho.
I'm going to dash.
Okay. So you start dashing
No,
down the hall,
you
seeing
can't.
everyone else going down that hall.
Dashing down the hall.
All right. You push past. I'm assuming you kind of run forward to try to catch up with 6, and then
Yep.
you kind of once you get to that hall, you think you might see Zimmer at the end, and so you push past and start moving faster. Okay. Is that
I
how
don't
you
know about
dash?
that.
No.
I think I'd be more cautious.
Okay. Well, you're just dashing down the hallway, so I don't. Okay.
I'm trying to fucking catch 6.
Sure. Then that'll bring us to Jericho.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this place. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Me about 5 minutes into my shift at work.
Okay. So you're
Here's
also
my,
joining your crew down the hall.
Dash and dash, yeah.
Okay. Braxton.
Flash dash and sassafras, if you know what I'm talking about.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Braxton, you do not see Zimmer, but everybody else either thinks they see Zimmer or catches a glimpse. Okay.
I
This
spit on the
literally is a
goblin.
meme.
I spit on the goblin in front of me. The dead one.
Nasty. Okay.
It's the reverse.
I thought you were
meme.
talking
Let
about me, and
out,
I was
let
like,
me
come on,
out.
man.
I should spit on you for jumping on my back so many times.
Twice.
I would. Just twice.
6, what are you
Yeah.
going to do? It is now your turn.
Twice too many.
I glance to my right. I glance to my left.
Do you glance to your right?
Okay. Glancing in each direction, you would see
Uh-huh.
a group of goblins and some tables on that end,
Okay.
and a long row of beds on the other side.
Oh,
You
finally.
can finally get your bed.
Yeah. Hey,
This is all I've
move
wanted,
her up
man.
This direction.
Grabs it, goes
I
back
say-
to his cell. Thanks, guys.
1, 2,
Got it
3,
myself.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. All right. Finally, thank you. I'm going this way. It's all good. You guys can just go back to your spot. What do I see in here?
I will reveal the rest of the area for you. It is a lot of beds. So many beds. It is
Okay,
Six's dream.
seriously.
And a couple of those
Why-
glowing-eyed statues.
At this point, I don't even understand why I had to ask. You have literally a plethora of beds here, guys,
There's more beds than there are goblins. What's the big deal?
and they look nice too. The other guys in they have like white crappy beds. These look soft, plushy, maybe. I
They
don't
are,
know.
no, they are not at all.
Oh, okay.
They look like
never
they
mind.
don't have as many pee stains.
Brax, that was just your bed.
If they're
No,
goblins,
really.
and they'll have more peace.
Braxton, I think that was just you.
Oh yeah, I
The
forgot.
episode is fun.
Yeah, I'd
You know,
like
these
to
underwear
point
are
out
white
that our
when I
beds
got
looked a lot cleaner.
6. Anything else? That's your movement.
Yeah, that's all I got.
We're gonna move on to these goblins who are now shouting towards the end of the hall. Master, master, they're coming! They're out of there! And then Zimmer sort of raises a finger and makes some sort of motion. Most of you would hardly be able to see this, and the goblins just sort of nod and move into this room. Okay, give me just one moment to do something here. So technically, then we will allow.
Have you never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No,
Oh,
Sad.
See my
it's a
ass's day
classic.
on.
It's a classic.
It's
I
a
have
good
a list.
movie, man.
I have a list of classic movies I have to still see.
That is one that I will actually recommend because it is funny.
Okay, and
It's
6,
like 80s funny, but it's still funny.
6, you would be able to see, just looking down the hall, you would see this large group of goblins seems to be taking some sort of
Okay.
formation.
Got it.
And you would notice, and just from the sound, Hawk, actually, you would definitely hear the sound of many footsteps down the hallway.
Good.
Okay,
I like
Google.
murder.
That will bring us to Menon again. Menon
Alright.
again.
Thanks, Siri.
Oh yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Hey, Siri. I love you.
Okay, Google.
She
Won't
said
work
that's
this
sweet,
time,
but it's not meant to
fuckface.
be. Oof.
I'm
Dude, me
gonna-
at all times.
You know what? I'm gonna dash. So let's see. So that's 5,
Got a dash into
20,
the stars.
25,
Suck
30,
on some bars.
35, 40,
By the kid who
45,
can
50,
turn into
55.
a goblin.
60.
Okay. What's your passive
By
perception?
the way, how long has it been?
How long has it been? Not nearly an
Since I
hour.
Since we started.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
2.5 hours.
Your passive perception is 12, so I do need a perception check from you quick.
Kidomki.
As you're dashing down this hallway,
Donkey donkey.
you believe you see Zimmer at the end of the hallway. You're fairly certain at this point it's him.
Hey, Zim Zim, wanna have a TikTok?
Come on, load for me, please. Thank
can-
Load for
you.
daddy.
Okay, you also notice the runes faintly glowing on the floor in front of you.
I believe my bladder.
And then
is
you
full
you
of
could
urine.
glance over and see a horde of goblins over here. And I'll just go ahead and reveal it. You've used all your movement. Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Siri, shut
That
up.
was not me.
I'm going to look at the goblins and feign relief that like I found my brethren.
roll performance. You kind of feign relief. You kind of drop your shoulders and go, oh, and kind of mutter something. And one of this goblin right here actually kind of waves you in like, come on. Master says. But he says this in goblin, so you have no fucking clue. But he's waving you over.
I mean, I figure he's saying something along those lines.
And he is waving
Because
you
he's
over.
beckoning to me, so like.
Yeah. Okay, Hawk.
I'll
Sniff.
try and stealthily run up.
Sniff,
to
snuff.
here.
Stealthful. You're in the. I mean, okay. Roll stealth, I guess.
Well, all these guys haven't seen me yet.
Okay, roll stealth.
Roll stealth, damn it.
Roll stealth,
Hang on.
Jesse.
I'm trying to fucking find it, dude.
Roll
I'm
stealth!
gonna
Okay,
lie.
thank you.
Try to find it better.
Okay, you reach the end of the hallway.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand ready to attack.
Interesting. Okay. Jericho.
Waiting for them to peek the corner.
I don't
I
think
like
you know there are
already
that many
had.
goblins over there, but okay.
Well, I heard them, so I think I do know that
You
there are
heard
that
footsteps. Yeah. Okay.
many. Probably a lot of them.
All right. Jericho.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Bam.
Bitch.
Okay. You dash forward. And you look over
Hey,
and you.
Zim Zam Patty Wham. Can I get the fuck out of here?
He doesn't say anything. What's your passive perception?
Probably like 12.
Passive perception is
15.
15.
You notice the runes on the floor in front of you, faintly glowing.
great. Can I spawn a horse on it?
You just dashed, didn't you?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I know what I'm doing next turn.
Okay. Braxton.
Can you guess what I'm doing? 5, 10.
You're
15,
probably
20.
dashing, aren't you?
Sucking a
Oh,
dick.
Hold in.
Yeah, I am. 25, 30, 35.
Okay.
Did you know that
You get up
squirrels
behind him.
pop when
Okay.
you hit them with a bus?
I'll tell you my passive perception.
What?
I was in a bus and I tried to swerve to miss a squirrel, but the squirrel swerved to miss me, and we both met in the middle.
My passive,
I heard a pop.
my PP is 13.
Okay. Roll a perception for me.
Okay. My
Eden,
PP
don't
was not.
Did you need
don't
my
listen to
passive
him.
Perception?
Don't listen to him. That may or may not have actually happened. He's just
I
trying to
mean-
get under your skin.
I do drive a bus.
My PP
Dude.
was not long enough.
Dude.
Holden, did you
Okay.
need
Hey,
my
it's not like
passive
it was
perception?
fucking intentional. I'm just saying.
Jesse, I looked at your passive perception. Also, you got quieter for me. You are aware the runes are there. Everyone is aware of the runes.
The Rowans?
The Rowans. You
Where
are
are
aware
the
of the
Rowans?
Rowans.
Hey,
The scribble.
no need to be racist.
I
Okay.
don't think that's a racial slur.
Hey, you don't have to be racist either, bitch.
6. 6. Also, why is your character
Yeah.
glowing?
Oh, I ran too fast.
I don't see him.
Gotta go fast.
Do you not?
Yeah, he's not going
Is
Okay,
there
never
anything
mind.
else? I guess I'll
Never mind.
roll
then.
a
Holden, you
investigation
okay?
here.
What's that?
Are you okay?
I guess I will
No,
go
I'm
ahead and roll an
asking-
investigation to kind of glance around the room and see if there's anything.
I'm not gonna make you roll
Beds?
investigation. You take a moment to look
Okay.
around. There's just beds. It's lots of dirty old beds, cots.
How
even.
dirty?
Okay.
And
Alright.
the two
Um,
smaller snake statues with glowing red eyes.
I will casually stroll over here and
Casually. I fucking
I'll
hate
po-
you.
I'll point down at the runes right here. I'll say I don't think we should cross that.
Okay.
Well, who are you to tell me what to do?
That was part of my plan. I just want to see what happens when someone crosses it.
Jesse, can you please
Fuck.
take that off?
I'm trying.
Okay.
I heard that. I heard that.
The goblins in this room. You guys all notice. You all hear the shuffle of
Oh.
many
Oh.
feet. You all
There's a
notice
few-
the horde of goblins in the next room now, kind of setting themselves up for something.
Bless you.
I
Thanks.
see. Great. That's my turn. Oh wait, that's their turn. Oh,
Zimmy!
they got guns.
The hell is a gun?
Guns exist in D&D.
They do actually. Menon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna run over to the
They
goblins.
exist in our
Okay,
universe.
you run over the goblins, and one of them, as you do so, the one that kind of beckoned you, kind of like grabs your shoulder and says like, and kind of pushes you behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna nod and just go behind him.
Okay. Perfect. You're amongst the
Ooh.
goblins. You guys watch her go and
I'm
just
in.
mingle amongst the goblins.
I'm in. I'm in.
Hacker woman,
Lame.
I'm in. That'll.
I'm gonna do.
That's gonna be Hawk then.
I'm gonna do nothing. I'm actually. Can I roll a perception or insight or whatever to see if that's the real Zimmer?
As far as you're concerned, that is the real Zimmer. In fact, no. Roll investigation for me, or rather perception, because you're gonna see if you could recognize a scent. You smell him. You think it's him.
Well, I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Okay. He has said nothing. He's just looking at you guys. Okay.
That's
Then
my
Jericho.
turn.
Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. There's a horse in the room.
Okay. So what exactly are you using to create this horse? I need to know.
Oh, it's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
A turn.
1 turn. Okay. You're creating a horse. And where is it going?
On the rune.
On the runes.
Oh,
You're welcome.
interesting.
I thought you said horse in the room, but you said
'Kay.
horse on the
A
rune.
black horse appears in the room on the runes,
She dummy thick.
and nothing happens.
Okay. Hold on a
Interesting.
second. Yeah, that's my turn. I gotta go talk to Kristen real quick.
Okay. Braxton.
Can I see Zimmer?
If you kind of peek around Jericho, yes.
I do this.
You get in front of Jericho, okay?
Hey, Zimmy!
He says nothing.
Are you real?
He nods.
Do you think you can catch something?
He tilts his head.
I cast Guiding Bolt level 2.
Level 2. He waves his hand. It's counterspelled.
Ah, he
Oh.
can. Hey, guys, he's being a real dick.
Okay. Does anybody have anything in particular they're thinking of doing that would require a turn order? Or do we think it would be best to exit turn order for the moment?
I
I'm
feel like
thinking
we're
it
kind
might-
of at a stalemate
I
here.
think it might be best to exit
Okay.
our turn order for a moment. So I'll bring it back to the top. We'll keep that just in case. But for the moment, I'm going to take us out of initiative. Zimmer stands there. He crosses his arms. He looks at the horse standing on the runes, kind of squints his eyes, a little confused. He says, "It would appear you're a little more competent than I imagined."
It would appear you're a skank.
Does Braxton say that?
Yes.
Isn't that a lizard?
That's right. We all pretended to fall asleep.
No, Braxton says that, and I go, "Isn't that a lizard?"
No, you're thinking of a skunk.
You see him kind of wave his hand a little bit, and more runes appear on the floor ahead of you. And he says, "I
So-
can do this all day, so I suggest you stay back."
Well, what if we want to play tag?
We can also do
Tilts
this
his
all
head
day.
again. What is this? What do you plan on doing in here?
Leaving
Leaving?
How so?
out your front door.
He kind
Use
of
the back. It's either one's fine.
he kind of glances back at the trapdoor behind him. He says, "I don't think that'll be happening."
Eventually, we're gonna get past these fucking runes, and we're gonna leave. And if you don't let us leave on our own, we're
We'll
just
leave-
gonna chop your fucking head off.
Let
We'll
me
leave with
make
your head
one
on.
thing
Leave anyway.
clear, he says.
No, you shut up. We're making things clear.
Ooh.
We're leaving.
I'll try once more.
We're tired of listening to you speak because you don't sound old anymore. We miss the old man. You sound annoying.
Ask him if
And
the
we're
rat
leaving.
is if the rat head is different now too.
Hey,
What?
Zimmer.
Did you say that in Goblin?
No, I can't speak Goblin, nor can I say it. I'm saying this out of character. I cannot speak Goblin. I cannot understand
Oh,
Goblin.
I think
I
Disco
can just look
fucked
like a goblin.
Hey,
And she
Zimmer.
sure does.
I'm gonna take a step forward. Is this rune gonna hurt me?
I promise it will.
What?
I'm back.
up. You
What?
liar.
What will it take to get my friends out of here?
That's a good
dick sucking.
question. My death, most likely.
I offer myself.
Cool. Done.
Yourself.
They leave, I stay.
You think you mean anything to me?
It's what it's.
Nope, he doesn't. He
Aw,
hardly.
Zimmy,
means
I
anything
thought
to
we had
us.
something special.
Do you say that amongst a group of goblins?
No.
Okay.
It's either that or you're gonna risk a fight and people.
A fight.
Zimmer, we're just gonna kill you, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah.
At this point, one of the drow from behind, Rilvan, the mage, walks up and stands right beside Hawk and says, I'm gonna try something. And he casts Zone of Truth, trying to place it on Zimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the save.
And
here.
here's 5 minutes of Holden role playing with himself.
It's always the
Playing-
best part about DMing is when
Okay.
you roleplay with yourself, because you always know what you're gonna say back.
So there's now a
That was the
zone.
loneliest thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
There's now a zone of truth at the end of the hallway here. And Zimmer kind of looks around, looks at his hands, looks up, and says, "Do you really think this is gonna do anything?" And Rilvan
It'll probably
replies-
get you to tell the truth.
Rilvan tells you guys, "I just cast Zone of Truth. As long as he stays within that zone, he cannot lie. And frankly, I don't think he's gonna be moving toward us."
Do you love me?
No.
Oh,
Maybe that was a lie. Cast it again.
again.
Now here's what I believe is going to happen. You all are either going to attack me, die, and I move on, or I send my goblins on you, and you die, and I move on, or you get back in your cells and cause no more trouble until you are of use to me.
Or
Okay,
we just
can I
kill
take
you.
a bed though? Please.
I promise you will have a bed.
Oh,
Thank
that's all
you.
I need.
That's what he was told last time.
It's true.
Relvin kind of says under breath, well, he said that in the Zone of Truth. He means you have a bed.
Zim
What,
zam.
what does he say? You cut out.
Relvin kind of mumbles, well, he's in the Zone of Truth. He does mean it when he says you'll have a bed. I guess.
Hey, Zimaloo.
Yeah, but he lied when he said he was gonna kill us. So
Hey,
I
Zimmy,
don't.
my boy, why are we here?
Why are you here? You haven't figured it
No.
out.
No, I said we. Fuckhead.
Yes, all of you.
What about me?
Oh, you're making it difficult. I just want to move on.
As do I.
Hey Zimmer, can we just like kill you now and go home? We got something else to do. We're kind of busy.
Did he kill my horse? Is my horse? Oh,
Your
it's-
horse is standing on the runes. Zimmer says,
Nice.
I don't think you can
hey
kill
Zimmer,
me
we're
in your
busy.
current situation.
Hey asshole. Hey,
Can you make the
shut-
horse
don't
walk
you know
forward?
it's rude to talk when other people are talking?
Don't you
Zimmer?
know it's rude to
the
talk when
fuck
you're
up.
elder? Oh,
Shut
really?
up.
Oh,
Shut up.
really?
Shut up.
Hawk, you suddenly find yourself unable to speak.
Oh,
That's
thank
fine, I'll
fuck.
just growl.
Phone call. You are unable to speak.
You open your mouth. You can open your mouth all you want, but just nothing comes out. He says, "Now that that's figured, is he really this persistent?"
Yes. Zimmer.
I'm nodding my head.
Hold on a second. 6, why did you change it to Gilding Blot?
Oh,
Right.
that's a.
All right, how
Last
big is
bard.
North Dakota?
Cast time, pure shame. Target AoE. team.
2
Range.
teams.
Range, North Dakota.
Duration all night
Target
long.
takes 46 gradient dam. At the next time you take a broman again, this target pharmacy befriend the bend of your next butt has gravitas. Thanks to the manifestation. Dumb dude gather on the target until everyone else. Did you just auto complete?
I want to know how.
I copied the spell down wrong. I'm not a.
I copied the spell down wrong, he says.
Are you illiterate?
So 6 cast Gilding Blot.
And kill Zimmer.
Zimmer shits his pants. He just that's. Hey, Zimmy boy,
Roll
are you a
forward.
demon?
Roll 46 gradient dam.
I
Yeah,
myself.
that's greater than 46.
He seems to open his mouth and hesitate and says, I myself am not a demon.
Okay, so like, what are you like? Is your boss a demon?
He says nothing.
Are you gay?
Braxton raises his hand. I am.
No, I asked him if he's
I
gay.
point.
He says nothing.
I point at Zimmer, and my head just like moves up and down like I'm chuckling.
I'd like to look at him. Okay, so he didn't say anything to me asking if he's gay.
Correct.
Does your mom know you're gay?
He says, I'm not gay, and I don't know why that matters.
But does your mom know you're gay? Okay, no, Jericho doesn't say that. The horse is gonna move forward because that's what horse do.
Okay, horse do.
Hey.
Horse
Zimmy.
begin to move forward. How far?
Before I do that, I'm gonna ask him if he's gonna kill my horse.
I have no need to for the moment.
Okay, the horse moves forward.
How far?
Like to here.
Okay, he steps on the next
To that
ruins.
other shit mark on the ground.
Yeah, it steps to the next shit mark and stops, and nothing happens. And Zimmer waves his hand once more, and another set of runes appears in front of the horse.
So, Zimmy.
Hmm.
Did the first rune stop glowing or anything?
No, they're still faintly glowing on the ground in front of you.
Fascinating.
We've discussed this. It's either going to end in you losing a lot of goblins, and then most likely your own life. I didn't tell you I wasn't done. I am offering
I
you.
don't care.
You're just a fucking joy. You must be awesome at parties, fuckface.
I am the.
Did-
And he stops and he tries to say something. I am very. And he can't. And he steps forward out of the zone of truth for a moment, and he says, I am the life of the party. I am the most fun person you'll ever meet. And he steps back
Yeah,
into the
you're
zone
the
of
life of
truth.
the party if the party's with a bunch of fucking blind people, shitface.
Did you really have to leave that for that? You know we don't believe your dumbass. Fucking
This is
stink.
now a waste of my time. Are you going to return to your cells?
If I flip a coin, heads you die, tails you die.
Can Jericho cast Eldritch Blast at him?
You can try. You can. Yeah.
No, I want my horse to just keep walking, actually.
Okay.
Horse
Looks
ain't
at the wrist and
stopping.
taps it like a wash and points at his mouth. Okay, Hawk, you have like 10 more seconds of being mute. The horse walks forward to the next runes. Nothing happens.
So what's up with the runes, buddy? Do they do something?
They will if you step forward. Why don't you try?
Braxton
my-
tries.
Yeah, I was gonna try if Braxton didn't actually.
Braxton steps forward.
Yeah.
The faint glow from the ruins disappears, and as do they.
Hey, they
He-
didn't
he
do
says-
anything.
Well, I didn't expect that. Bye-bye for now. And he turns around and moves
you
for the
pussy.
dimension door. And he opens it up and it glows.
Hey, does your mom know you're gay?
And yeah, no, yeah.
Does Dad know you're gay?
Does Braxton know you're gay?
And-
Neither one of my two dads know I'm gay. Leave me alone.
And he shouts.
Braxton, fuck him.
He shouts behind him, "Do what you will with them. I don't want to see them again." And he hops into the dimension door and disappears.
Braxton, fuck him.
Braxton whips out his dick and starts fucking.
Okay. At this
Jesus.
point, all the goblins kind of look to each other, not quite sure what to do with that command. And they're kind of
Crazy.
staring you guys down.
Is what he meant.
I take a step back and go, all right, goblins, in goblin, I say this.
Mm.
One of you will betray me tonight.
Oh.
Like, you see several of them look confused.
So here's his choice. Put down your weapons, and this one, I point out, Hawk, won't rip out your entrails.
As I'm slowly moving forward,
The goblins up front start to kind of
Looking
ready
very-
themselves.
I'm looking very fucking bloodthirsty right now.
I'll
Right,
prove my
just
point. And I point at the one. I'm pointing at
squeeze.
this one, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 2 again.
Okay, cast it.
Are you casting Guiding Bolt or Gilding Blot?
Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Hawk, I'm going to stop you right there. I guess it doesn't really
Uh,
matter that much, but yeah. Okay.
I have to roll one more d6.
It does.
so it's
Tell me how it
3.
dies.
As I hit it in the chest, it kind of starts to sparkle as it fills up, and then explodes. I
Okay.
lower my hand, and in Goblin say, "All right, put down your weapons." I'm trying to intimidate.
Okay, and we're going to enter back into initiative. Menon, it's your turn.
Alright.
You're in the midst of the
I'm-
goblins.
Alright, I'm going to like set my crossbow down and put my hands up and look around hoping and try to like gesture to my other goblin friends to do the same.
I like it.
I
What,
love it.
Roll
I want
performance with
more of it.
disadvantage.
I try so hard.
Performance?
With the
do you
intimidate,
say?
you
Disadvantage.
have disadvantage. God, I'm
Wait,
good.
Isaac, what did you say?
I was gonna say with Braxton's intimidation.
She didn't let me roll for it because we entered right back into initiative. Doesn't
What?
matter.
Uh,
It does
Eden-
not matter.
Aiden, you only have to roll once. It'll roll 2d20
sorry.
on automatically. But
I
you rolled
accidentally
226.
clicked-
You rolled 26
accidentally.
twice. So you start to lower.
11
Were you
total.
carrying a weapon?
Crossbow. Yeah,
Okay.
hand crossbow.
Okay, you lower your hand crossbow and you look around, and some of the goblins actually seem surprised, and some seem to kind of be on board and kind of starting to lower their weapons. That'll take us to Hawk. Some of the goblins
Look,
seem to
I'm
be
getting
lowering
away
their
from
weapons,
kids, man.
particularly the
very-
goblins in the back with the crossbows.
I slowly move forward, and can I have Braxton ask them if I can eat this one before I attack?
I mean, you can't just you can't put that in his mind to say.
Fair.
But he can
That's
ask.
why
You can
I
check back and
ask.
ask
You
him.
could look back and say, Braxton, can you ask me like?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay,
All right.
Braxton.
Can he eat?
Braxton?
Can he eat that one? He's hungry.
The goblins stand still.
All right.
That's a yes.
Okay.
He didn't say anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Tell me how this one dies now.
I just cut its fucking head off.
Okay, you decapitate the fucker. He's dead on the ground. In front of there, actually a little bit of blood splatters onto Menon. Thank you, Scooter, for the resub, buddy. Yo, that's a year of subs. Thank you so much, man.
Cry now.
And I just look up and I just growl. I
Okay,
guess.
Jericho, it is
That's
your
it.
turn.
Give me your best growling noise.
I'm heading out.
Okay, you're heading to the door.
I'm about to head out. See
Okay,
you later, Miss Fritz.
okay.
Hello, penis. Goodbye, penis.
You can get to the door and open it up and see that there is still some sort of portal there.
Nice. Jericho's gonna go through it.
Okay, you hop in on your own.
Oh fucking hell! We've lost Jericho.
Okay,
Whoops.
Jericho enters the door.
Do I die?
We'll get back to you. Braxton, it's your turn.
But I want to die now.
Seeing him leave, I'm actually gonna 15, 25, 30. Where did I see him leave to?
You saw him go right through this dimension door. It is open
Fine.
and there's some light kind of gleaming from it. You can tell there's a portal there.
I go, Jericho's left, and I dash, and I'm going into it.
Okay.
Actually, Jericho's right, but you know.
Okay, you jump in.
That's the noise I make. Braxton makes it himself.
6.
Sorry, bud, but it's in the patch notes.
I walk right here.
Okay, you walk there.
I'm just out of view.
Okay, you're out of view.
Yay.
Okay,
I
at this point,
fucking
the drow
hate you.
cross, heading for the door. They don't pay any mind to the goblins.
Just feeding your murder boner at this point. There, Hawk.
Yeah. This one's dead. Let's see. So that is group 2. Are there any alive from that? Oh God. Okay. So actually, that one's done. Okay, and then the crossbowmen in the back all lower their weapons and kind of get on their knees shakily. However, oh, I accidentally.
Braxton's dick slap does a lot of big dick energy.
This hand crossbowman shouts something in Goblin and fires his hand crossbow at Hawk. There's only a 7 to hit.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. And this orc with his fucking.
Is that my
torch.
buddy?
Yeah, it's your buddy. He runs at you screaming, "Ah!" and attempts to punch you in the face.
Rawr.
I'm just gonna move this dead body out of the way for now.
Whoa.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Doing 3 bludgeoning damage as he punches you in the face.
Was that already resisted?
Are you still in your? How long does that form last?
An hour?
An
I think.
hour. Are you sure?
No, hang on.
An hour, are you sure?
10.
Hawk rethinks everything.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It has not been quite 10 minutes since you started it, I would say. So yeah, that's it's going to be down to 2 damage since 1 is less than half. 2 bludgeoning damage as he punches you in the face.
Your pain.
Doesn't really do anything to me.
Okay.
It's just-
And then the 2 mages are both going to cast firebolt at you.
Oh boy.
The first one being a 5 to hit. The next being a 15.
Negative and negative.
Okay, they both fly past you after you get punched in the face. Menon, you're in the midst of this.
All right. Let's see. Who's in front of me?
A big orky boy punching Hawk in the face.
Not too strong.
Can I try it? Can I
Yeah.
try and jump up on his shoulder?
You can try. You can make an athletics check to try.
Hold on. Get this.
I'll tell you, he'll probably be surprised. Are we doing this? Okay, we're doing this.
Why do I always roll so bad at athletics?
With his disadvantage, he rolls a 6. And you are on his back. After he punches Hawk in the face, he kind of reels back
Oh.
and you jump on his back.
Oh, I should say I picked up my crossbow, by the way. And I'm now just on his back with crossbow.
Okay.
I see.
Just try to be more careful to mention that in the future, because that's
You got it.
important. But yeah, you jump on his back, and he kind of screams, "Oh, what?" And it's kind of tries to throw you off.
Just go with it.
You pranked me.
Okay.
Just go with it
Hawk,
in
it's
my
your turn.
best goblin voice.
I'm just gonna slash at big boy.
Okay. Okay. Eden, roll me a d4.
Ooh, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Ass hurts. Like hell.
because Crimson right.
Okay. That is the one. Okay, so Hawk slices this guy across the stomach, completely disemboweling him. His entrails are falling out of his stomach and other things. It's disgusting. But he falls back on top of Menon. Menon, you are now underneath this oozing, dying, dead orc, really.
Better than being stabbed.
Yeah. You're not going to take any damage, but you're kind of caught underneath him for the moment. 6.
I'm gonna play dead.
There's combat going on, so I'll go ahead and back in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, 35. I'll stop there where that dead body is. I don't know if you can see
Okay.
me. And I'll throw a punch at this guy.
Okay, you sure do.
I sure do.
You sure do.
Okay, how's it happen?
I stroll on up and I see him and I give him a nice nod as I look in his eye and then my fist pushes his teeth down his throat.
Howdy doody.
Okay. That's going to bring us to the crossbowmen goblins who have all lowered their weapons and are all now on their knees quivering. Then that'll bring us to the 2 shaman left who are going to drop their quarterstaffs and follow suit. They have all surrendered. We're out of initiative.
The real question is, how nice is Hawk gonna be?
At this
Yeah,
point, the
Brax is not
drow
there to bomb him
jump
anymore.
through the door as well.
Oh no, I would have straight up told him to. I told the goblins he was gonna rip their entrails out. So I'd look at him and go, rip one of their entrails out. So I'm not a liar.
I mean, well, first of all, technically you're not here anymore.
I know.
Second of all, also technically I did just rip one of their entrails out.
I was hoping you'd use your hands.
I glance back at Hawk and I say, "Have you seen Menon?"
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking get this orc boy off of her.
Okay, you
Yeah.
kind of roll him off.
Now I'm gonna take
Yeah.
the scythe and remove his head.
I'm gonna scramble
Menon,
up and
You are covered.
Lately you said that.
You're covered in blood.
yeah, I'm gonna scramble up and run back behind one of the shamans,
I'll use,
Okay, you run
I-
behind one of the shamans.
looking nice and spooked.
Yeah, you look spooked as fuck. I'm
I
gonna give
want-
you
I
the
wanna-
symbol as
I
well.
wanna
You have also
remove-
surrendered.
I'm spooked as fuck, boy.
I want to remove the orc boy's head,
You remove his head with a scythe.
and then I just toss it into the middle of the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Eden,
I
the
think
orc head
alright.
lands right by your feet.
I feel like we might be done here.
All of the goblins are quivering on their knees.
I use prestidigitation to clean Menon, and I say, "Let's go."
To clean Menon.
'Cause
Yeah, you can use it to
prestidigitation.
clean clothes.
Oh, nice.
My
It's
favorite
awesome
use
with
of
my
it.
blood hunter
Yeah,
because
you're-
he gets a
you're-
lot of blood on everything.
Your clothes are cleaned. You're still in a
Hey,
goblin
Menon.
form.
All right,
Re-
I'm gonna
I would-
I'm gonna turn to the row of goblins, smile, and bow really deep, and then fucking book it after them.
They all look at you confused
Where are you going,
and
Jason?
kind of scared, kind of wondering
Oh.
what you're doing.
Before we left, I wanted to search this guy.
Okay. Roll an
friends.
investigation for me. Are the other two hopping into the door?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay.
Me.
You find a stumpy little staff with some sort of orb at the end of it. Seems to be his arcane focus. Otherwise, he has
Okay.
some nice cyan cloaks.
He might be
Oh.
missing some hair.
They're a bit bloody though.
Almost like
Yeah.
a mage.
I mean,
hand.
I'll
Holds
I'll
it in
take
the
that
air.
staff. I don't know. It might be. I don't know much about magic. It might be
Okay.
worth something to somebody. So I'll
add-
grab that. I'll leave the rest.
Add an
Bloody's easy to clean.
orcish arcane focus to your inventory.
Orcish arcane focus.
Orcish
Orcish
arcane
arcane
forkish.
forkish.
Orcish
Fuck
porkish.
you.
Okay.
I always
have jumped through
orcish
the
my
door.
forkish.
And then are you heading out as well,
Schmarkish.
Six?
Yeah, I'll just dash back.
Okay, and as you dash back, you kind of see some of the goblins like getting up and looking around, not really knowing what to do. Okay,
Just
and
give
you,
them one last just wave of your fist.
okay, you hop through
Salute.
the door. You all have left. Now,
Where are we?
Jericho was the first out, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. By
Jericho.
a wide margin.
Yeah, give me one moment. Actually, let me just.
Not
be
a wide
sure.
margin. I came after him the next turn.
Yeah, Braxton
That's
was
true.
not far behind.
Wide margin, my ass. The only
A
wide
wide
margin,
margin,
here
your
is Braxton's ass.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It's very wide
Okay.
Thick.
and ready.
Let me do this.
Same.
Manly for hop.
Bap.
My,
Okay.
My ass. is
Jericho,
ready.
you jump back out of the door, and you're in Zimmer's room that you first met him in. The only difference being you don't see him around, but most of the tables, I'm not actually gonna like get rid of them, but most of the tables and everything have been pretty cleared of all of the equipment and vials and papers and such. It's a bit emptier, much emptier than before. And then after you kind of survey the room and see Zimmer's not there, Braxton appears. He jumps through. Braxton, you notice the same.
I want to head towards the statue and tip it over.
Okay. You do so. The statue is tipped over.
Fuck that statue.
And then shortly after, are you guys going to wait for your friends? Or are you going to maybe try
Friends,
to
I
chase
feel like
after
might
Zimmer?
be a loose term.
What's
Oh
your
yeah.
plan
I look at Jericho. So outside,
Jericho's like, fuck yeah.
let's head outside.
here? Okay, you guys head outside. And then shortly after, Hawk, Menon, and Six enter the room. You guys enter, and nobody's there. As I described before, most of the tables have been kind of cleared off. But
Is there
Jericho and Braxton
any-
are nowhere to be
these
seen.
chests?
What's that?
Are these chests?
Those are large, strong boxes, yes.
Let's
Does it
open
look like there's anything at all left?
Well, okay. I'll tell you right now. This one that Hawk is at has been open and looks
Mhm.
clean. Maybe there's a little bit
Okay.
of dust in there, purplish dust that you would recognize as hysterium dust.
Yep.
This one is
Damn it.
still
Mm.
closed.
All right. Does it look like it's trapped?
Roll investigation.
I am collecting
Sure.
hysterium dust.
Okay, you can get a tiny bit from there. Okay, with that,
Are
as
there
far
any
as you
chests
can tell, it just seems to be a big iron box. What's that, Eden?
Big
Are there
iron.
any chests and things that look like they might have nice things that they aren't checking?
As I mentioned, most of the other tables and most of the room has been pretty cleared out. There, you might be able to find some vials or something, if you're really interested.
What if she isn't?
I'm gonna take one of the legs of the table. One of the tables.
Okay.
Oh, I take those out of my pants.
I'm gonna take off a leg of one of the tables and hand it to him.
I can't fucking believe you sprinted with those in your legs.
It's not a collection. I'm leaving the others here. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Hand him more, please, for me.
No, I'm not a table
Please.
leg kind of guy
Oh,
anymore.
please, I insist.
Are
No,
we
no, it's
opening
fine.
this chest?
Yeah, we're giving it a shot.
Okay, who's opening it?
I will.
Okay,
So
six.
who
Am I
already did?
investigating?
You go over to the chest.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
You go to grab to open it up, and it opens with
Uh-huh.
ease. And there are several large chunks of hysterium still inside,
Ooh.
each weighing about 2
Fabulous.
pounds. This is a very significant amount of hysterium.
This isn't your
Fabulous.
father's hysterium.
No, my
I
father's
didn't-
hysterium was like a light
In
blue, and it melted.
Just opening
Oh,
the
it was-
chest, you kind
that
of
was ice.
you kind of feel a little woozy being around this much hysterium.
Interesting. Are there any sacks or anything around?
I have a chest.
Weren't we given things by
Yes.
I actually have a chest in my inventory.
Okay.
What?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
can throw
how
some
small
hysterium in
it's
there.
supposed to be, but the
Or we could
hunter's
wrap it in
pack comes
bed
with
sheets or
a
something.
chest.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Actually,
funny.
Hunter's pack. Interesting. Yeah, I'll say sure. You can store him in the chest. I'll give that to you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Roughly how much is that?
I'm gonna tell you 6 pounds of hysterium
6 pounds. Do you want to put that on your inventory,
in
Hawk? Or you want me to
3
carry it?
Yeah.
massive chunks.
Cool.
And for now, I don't have a map for this, but Braxton and Jericho, I need you. You're trying to run outside as fast as you can.
yeah.
I need both of you
Yeah.
to make me athletics checks.
What if I don't want to?
Then you trip and fall.
I got a nat 20, so eat
Okay.
my ass.
Braxton seems a bit more
Still
determined.
tripping.
He bolts out. Jericho, you're maybe 15, 20 feet behind him. Braxton,
I would not, I would wait for Jericho because he's the one who needs to go outside.
okay. You both get outside rather quickly. And what are you doing?
Laying down.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
Kissing the ground.
Okay.
Nope, he immediately gets outside and flops down on his back.
I sit down next
Me
to him
too, honestly.
and start humming the Cloaked Rangers. Mhm.
Please don't.
He lowers the hum.
God, I hate you.
Braxton, as you're on the ground, kind of humming to yourself, you notice there's some pretty fresh footprints.
I look at him and go, peculiar. He looks at Jericho and goes, hey, want to see how many big words I can use?
For the first time in this entire thing, Jericho cracks a fucking smile. Sure. What can that big
Fucking
brain
hell,
do, fuckhead?
He looks at it and goes, peculiar. And then he stops and goes, there's fresh footprints.
At this point, I'm assuming Hawk, Menon, and Six kind of are you guys heading out after you grab the hysterium?
Yep.
Yep. You guys
Yes.
reach outside and find Braxton and Jericho just kind of lying on the ground.
The second I see, who was out there? Who just came out?
Everybody.
Hey, Six.
Yeah.
How many big words do you know?
At least 12.
Give me. I want to hear them. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. I know peculiar.
Okay, I've got
Vocabulary.
anti-disestablishmentarianism,
Hell yeah.
I've got supercalifragilistic. I don't think that really counts.
As he says this, I pull out my handbook and my little notebook. And I start trying to write them as fast as I possibly.
Vocabulary.
Do you have a pneumo ultramicroscopic?
Vocabulary is
Scoliosis?
5 syllables.
I do have that one. That was next, but yeah, you got there.
That's my favorite word.
It's a great word.
Braxton has a miniature panic attack as he does not know what the fuck is going on all of a sudden. These are big words and he's not used to it.
Braxton, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Fresh prince.
Braxton starts to hyperventilate.
Great. Blake, you know, if you do that in real life, you could actually start hyperventilating. Like, fucking. Why do you always have to moan like that?
Okay.
I care.
Does the party have a next plan of action?
Slap Braxton.
We saw footsteps, right?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
If you
Braxton mentioned footsteps to Jericho, and then you guys headed out.
Yeah.
I look at Menon, who seems to be getting ready to slap me, and I hold my hand up. I'll kill you, motherfucker.
All right.
Then I look at 6. Does motherfucker count as a big vocabulary word?
It is 4 syllables.
I calm down.
Okay.
Just kind of smile.
Your entire fucking character is an enigma.
He just smiles to himself.
He's such a dumbass. I love him.
He's a teddy bear.
He does hug a lot. Oh wait, where are the drow? I look back. Hey, where are my new friends? I haven't hugged them yet, and that saddens me
good
greatly.
You don't see them.
Braxton goes back in.
What a
All right,
disappointing day
I got
this
the
has been.
hysterium for Malcolm. What next?
Oh, I forgot we were doing that.
Well, let's
I
go
can also
fucking
tell
find
him about the fucking statue.
The plethora of statues.
Ooh, plethora. He writes that one down.
That's a good one.
It means a lot.
I'm glad, big guy.
To me, it means a lot to me.
Hey, Holden,
Yeah.
how'd that make you feel?
I looked at his Twitch and he's just staring blankly into the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of depressing.
Oh. Holden, it's okay.
Do you know what? Ever since he said that for the first time this session, I've been waiting for a chance to say that. And I finally got it. It's been a whole lot of time waiting.
It's good.
Hey, 6.
It was worth it. It was worth it. Yes.
I in the dungeon, I gave you something to hold on for me. Can I have him back? I want the legs
Yeah.
of my bed.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Do you actually go
I'll
back
go
and
get 'em.
retrieve them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they seemed like they meant a lot to him.
6 disappears for a couple minutes and comes back with a few of the 2 actually. Actually, do you grab the third one that Menon tried to give to you?
No, he just wants the
You have
two.
you have the 2 bed legs. You bring them back out.
Did I see any sign of the others in there or no?
Roll perception for investigation if you're intentionally looking for them. Roll investigation. Wow.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh.
On your way back in, you're kind of looking around wondering where those drow went. And
How did they get past our dudes?
well, the passive perceptions are a thing. You notice that you really come to the realization that you didn't see them. Braxton and Jericho didn't mention seeing them, but there's no way that they could have gotten that they went in before you. You saw them, so Braxton and Jericho must have seen them, or they snuck past them. You'd have to ask them, Braxton and Jericho. That is.
Interesting.
And you have the
Okay.
bed legs now.
All right, I'll take him back out, and when I hand him over, I'll say, "No sign of those drow in there. Did they
Nope.
come up past you guys?"
Nope, I lay the bed legs on the ground, and I take out my tinderbox and light them on fire.
You're welcome.
I look at him and go, it's therapeutic to burn things from people you hate.
Jericho would like to mention
hopefully
It
that
that
is
was
very
Go on.
true.
not directed at me.
I love you. Give me your hand. I want
Okay.
to kiss it.
Yes.
I kiss the back of his hand.
Yes.
I nod.
I stick my tongue out at you.
Jericho's itching to get this mission over with.
It's to get the mission.
Yeah. He's gonna pull
Itching
Braxton aside so that he's specifically talking to Braxton. And I know Hawk has super hearing and shit like that, so he's probably gonna hear it too. But
Hawk, are you intentionally listening in?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Hawk.
fucker.
Hey Hawk.
Yes.
Can me and Jericho have a moment without you intruding?
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude or anything. I just you can
I already said okay.
I nod.
Say okay again, damn it. Fuck.
Now, Jesse, are
he's
you
gonna look at
actually
him.
giving them a moment?
Yes.
He's gonna mention that he wants out.
What do you mean?
I'd like to go back to the forest, is what he would say. After this mission, I believe I will take my leave.
I understand. I mean, it's weird getting cooped up. I'm used to wandering by myself for hours on end. Okay, hey, would you try to have a companion?
He kind of stops and thinks for a second.
I've grown tired of wandering myself alone. I've missed my past lover, and I'd like to have a companion. As a friend, of course.
Allow me
Wink,
to
wink.
think on it for a bit.
You have all the time in the world.
And then he'd rejoin the group after that.
Gay sex, gay sex, gay sex.
He walks. I walk over to Six and go, plethora.
Oh.
Oh, he says.
Braxton has the smile a little kid has when he feels like he's trying to make someone proud. That's what's on Braxton's face. Like he looks like he wants Six to be proud of him for using this word.
I smile broadly.
It's just like it's an ear to ear grin from Braxton,
Exactly.
and then it instantly fades. And he just goes straight facing. Not stupid.
Although I'm
And
not
he
really
walks
paying
away.
too much attention to you.
Unless the party would like to stop and roleplay, maybe coming up with a next plan or next move. Now we can wait until next session, and you guys can talk about that out of game, if you'd like.
Okay.
And we'll consider that like in-game chatter.
Cool.
Okay. Well then that's where we'll end for tonight.
Awesome.
You guys standing
Great session.
outside of Zimmer's home, so to speak. No sight of the drow or Zimmer, and lots of goblin and orc blood on your hands. Quite literally and metaphorically.